All right, looks like qualifying is over. And we're lining up for heat number 1. Here we go. Michael Whiting and Brian Mansfield on the front row. Ben Flanagan and Chris Standridge on the outside. Patrick Coluccio, Jonathan Orapollo. Wayne Bridges and Michael Scruggs round out the field. Welcome race fans and Outlaws. Interesting that they knew that these guys were here tonight. Pace truck is rolling off. I might have to steal Michael Scruggs' paint scheme. All right, leaders leading him around. Brian Mansfield and Michael Whiting up at the front. Chris Standridge and Ben Flanagan right behind him. It is going to be an interesting battle here tonight. Patrick Coluccio starting back in 5th place. He's been coming on strong in recent weeks, and I expect to see a lot out of him here as well tonight. Eight-degree turns, 4-degree straightaways, just over half a mile, and here they go. Green flag. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like we might have had a little bit of a jump start there by the 11 car. He gets away clean, though. Michael Whiting to second, Chris Standridge in third. They do get to choose their lanes for the start and the restart, so that explains why the 11 car was up to the outside, I do believe. Brian Mansfield continuing to open up a lead for Team Ramrod here. Patrick Coluccio back in 5th. Jonathan Orapollo in 6th. Wayne Bridges 7th. Michael Scruggs is in 8th. The battle seems to be going on right now between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Ben Flanagan, Chris Standridge. Ben Flanagan's picked up a couple of positions. Chris Standridge has picked up a position. Michael Whiting has dropped back just a little bit. He is now in 4th. But he is still in this thing, while Ben Flanagan has been bit by the bad luck bug in recent weeks, but he is showing he is strong here tonight. As he closes up to the back bumper of Brian Mansfield. And Brian Mansfield now getting battled for the lead as Ben Flanagan moves to the inside and takes it at the line. Here comes Chris Standridge to the inside for second. Brian Mansfield fighting back on the outside. Can't quite get there yet. As the track slicks off, they'll move up, but that low line is currently the fastest. And now Chris Standridge is looking for the top position here. He is right to the back bumper of Ben Flanagan. He's leaving Mansfield and Whiting behind. Track's starting to slick off right down there by the berm. These guys are getting right up to it, not getting on it. That could be dangerous, especially for these two guys at the front and everybody behind them. Chris looks a little bit to the inside, can't quite get there. Here he comes now, though, back down to the inside. Still can't get the run. Final lap, white flag is in the air. Chris Standridge's last chance to get second here. Ben Flanagan still holding on to the lead. Ben's got to run down into turn 3. Chris Standards looking way low, but he can't quite get there. It's going to be Ben Flanagan at the line. Chris Standards comes back in second. Mansfield third. Michael Whiting fourth. Patrick Coluccio fifth. Jonathan Orapollo, Wayne Bridges, and Michael Scruggs round out the field. Heat number 2. Kevin Martin and Jim Cook start on the front row. Ryan Nesbitt and Brian Burkhart in the second row. Corey Goodall, Derek Nearhood. And then David Tormasci and Derek Turner rounding out this 8-car field. And all right, this is the first time I saw Kevin's car and the 18 of Burkhart. So that paint scheme is definitely throughout the field tonight. And if you miss it for heat number 1, let's see if we can zoom in on Kevin here just a little bit. They took the poster they made for this event with my picture with a mullet on it. And put it on a couple of cars. That's hilarious. Oh, Nick Frank has dropped into the chat. Everything is right with the world. I'd ask why Nick isn't on the track tonight, but knowing he's got newborn twins, I imagine he's asleep, or half asleep. Last time around, and they will go green flag racing. Yes, Jim, you did. All right, pace truck is in. Here they go. Green flag in the air now. Here they go. And the 18 is pushing the 19 down pushing the 49, excuse me. The 18 manages to get clear. Burkhart is on the move already. Kevin Martin already to the front. Ryan Nesbitt, he charges back by Burkhart. Meanwhile, back here, Corey Goodall has cleared Jim Cook and Derek Nearhood. Derek Nearhood, though, he is sending it for all it's worth here. He pushed it into the turn and went way high in 1 and 2, manages to hold it down a little lower in 3 and 4, but he is flying to the front. Ryan Nesbitt still in second, trying to battle his way up, but Brian Burkhart is right there to the back bumper. Corey Goodall in fourth, trying to close down the gap. Kevin Martin now having to battle with Ryan Nesbitt to the inside. And Corey Goodall is sending it through the corner back there. He is trying to close the gap up as well. Just about a half a second behind these 3 lead cars, but these 3 lead cars are nose to tail. Any mistake at all, Corey Goodall will be right back to the back bumper and probably coming by him. Kevin Martin up front. Ryan Nesbitt starting to look low now. Kevin Martin shutting the door on that. It is worth noting that they do reset the track to a 0 state for each session, so these guys have a fresh track that they start on. You can see they are pushing it extremely hard. It is already starting to slick off after just a couple of laps, especially down on that low line, as Corey Goodall has now caught back up to the lead pack. He is right there just waiting to pounce as soon as one of them makes a mistake. With 2 laps to go, will he have enough time Final lap, here we go. Ryan Nesbitt in second. Kevin Martin out front. Brian Burkhart in third. Corey Goodall right to their back bumper. Here we come out of turn 4. It's going to be Kevin Martin, followed by Ryan Nesbitt. Brian Burkhart comes home third. Corey Goodall is fourth. Derek Nearhood, Jim Cook, and David Tormasci round out the field. David Turner looked like he did not grid. All right. Heat number 3, Tom Land and DJ Kenner up front. Justin Glover and Drew Warren on the second row. Dave Roberts Jr. and Skylar Massey on the third row. Doug Tyler Norton and Leo Giacondo rounding out the field. What's up, Harley Barletta and Matthew Harris? And since we've got some new people in the field watching, this is the How to Suck at iRacing 50 Championship tonight. And as you can see, these guys said they were doing this to honor me. And if you trying to get a better look at the car carrying the paint scheme from the brochures earlier tonight. There it is. Skylar Massey, I am sure, has a lot to do with these paint schemes, but you can see me there with a mullet. It's the first time I've had hair since the 90s. Guess I should thank these guys. I haven't had hair since the 90s until tonight. That's impressive. All right, pace car will drop off this time by. Can we watch Jim Cook? He is not in this heat, but we will definitely look at him in the feature. All right, Tom the Missile Land up front, DJ Kenner to the outside, Justin Glover on the inside in the 25, and Drew Warren on the outside of row number 2. Dave Roberts, Skylar Massey, Doug Norton, and Leo Giacondo have their work cut out for them to get through this front pack, but here we go. Green flag in the air, and the missile is away like a missile. Justin Glover now challenging for second underneath DJ Kenner. DJ Kenner gets one heck of a run to the outside. He is trying to retake the top spot. Justin Glover down there to the inside. Here comes Drew Warren. Skylar Massey back there as well. Drew Warren picks up a position off of Justin Glover there. He is up to third now and looking for second. Meanwhile, DJ Kenner slips up into the lead, getting around Tom the Missile Land. Drew Warren now has to get around Tom Land. He's still got the 25 down to the inside. Back behind him, Dave Roberts Jr., Skylar Massey still battling for 5th and 6th. Leo Giacondo has picked up a position from Doug Tyler Norton. Tom Land managed to open up a little bit of breathing room on Drew Warren, but Drew still has Justin Glover and Dave Roberts now coming to the front. Skylar Massey and Dave Roberts almost touching there going into the turn. Both of them managed to keep them going the right way. And Skylar Massey now up to 5th. We've seen Skylar run cars down from a long way back in a short distance before. How far up can he get in the next 5 laps? Meanwhile, DJ Kenner continues to open up a little bit of a lead here. He's got 0.3 of a second over the second place car of Tom Land. Drew Warren in third, Justin Glover in 4th. And Justin is about to have his hands full of Skylar Massey. Let's take a lap with Skylar. And you can see him getting down to the bottom. Even though they've only been out a few laps, this track really starting to slick off as he comes down the backstretch, getting up as high as he can. Takes to the high line through 3 and 4. Trying to close up the gap to third place. That is a very, very quick lap around a half-mile track. DJ Kenner still has a 0.3 of a second lead over Tom Land. Drew Warren Skylar Massey up to 4th now. Justin Glover back to 5th. Dave Roberts now back to 6th. Leah Giacondo up to 7th. And Doug Norton is in 8th. So far, Matthew, Jim Cook is going to be in the feature. We'll see if he can qualify for the championship race here in a little bit. Meanwhile, white flag is in the air. DJ Kenner has it, coming through 3 and 4. He's got it. Now the battle is for 3rd as Skylar Massey cannot get around Drew Warren, but he closed that gap up. DJ Kenner comes home 1st. Tom Land is 2nd. Drew Warren, Skylar Massey, and Justin Glover round out the top 5. All right. Patrick Coluccio and Derek Nearhood on the front row. Justin Glover and Jonathan Orapollo. Then Jim Cook, Dave Roberts, Wayne Bridges, David Tormasci, Leo Giacondo, and Michael Scruggs round out your top 10. Derek Turner and Doug Tyre Norton 11th and 12th. As we go into the B main. car B main. Looks like we're going to be going for 10 laps here. There is Jim Cook in the 49. He had some problems in his heat. We'll see if he can recover. He's always one to watch. He's come through the field more than once. And he will be starting, it looks like, in 5th. All right, getting ready to go, green flag racing. And looks like the track state may not have reset to 0. Looks a little slicked off there in 1 and 2. We'll have to see how that affects some of these guys that got in a lot of extra practice here. As the track slicked off, will definitely have an advantage now that they're starting on a slicker track. Pace truck is in. Patrick Coluccio, Derek Nearhood gonna lead them down this time. Green flag is in the air. Coluccio is away. Derek Nearhood right on the back bumper, has to check up. That allows Justin Glover and Jonathan Orapollo to sneak by. Justin Glover just barely clears the 40 car. Dave Roberts Jr. now trying to take advantage. Can't quite get there yet. Justin Glover makes it up to 3rd. Derek Nearhood still fighting back on the outside. Gets one heck of a run out of turn 2. Derek Nearhood back to 3rd. Jonathan Orapollo now up in 2nd place, trying to run down the 1st place car of Patrick Coluccio. But Patrick Coluccio has started to open up a bit of a lead here. Derek Nearhood now starting to close down onto the back bumper of Orapollo. Jim Cook back to 6th, but there is a mess right behind him. Wayne Bridges is in this mess. Michael Scruggs, Leo Giacondo, everybody battling for everything they can get. That's Leo in the Mountain Dew car. Along with the 92 of Wayne Bridges in the How to Suck It iRacing car. Michael Scruggs in the How to Suck It iRacing car. And Doug Norton as well in a How to Suck It iRacing car. So awesome. Thank you guys. Patrick Coluccio continues to open up a lead as we have 5 laps left to go. He's got 0.8 of a second over Orapollo. Derek Nearhood, however, has closed back to the back bumper, and caution is out. First caution of the night. Looks like Doug Tyre Norton involved. And it looks like the 92 of Wayne Bridges tangled briefly with the 214, and the 92 had to check up and just got caught. And that brings us under our first caution of the evening. There is Jim Cook for you in the Jack Daniels car. Currently running in 6th place. Patrick Coluccio had opened up over a 1-second lead. That has disappeared now. 2nd place is Jonathan Orapollo. Derek Nearhood is 3rd. Justin Glover 4th. Dave Roberts Jr. now in 5th. 6th place is the 49 of Jim Cook. 7th is the biggest mover so far, Michael Scruggs, who started in 10th. He's up to 7th. Leo Giacondo now up to 8th. Wayne Bridges in the 92 up to 9th. And 10th place, David Tormasci. Doug Norton and Derek Turner, as we saw them get together there before the caution. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitch. We're on YouTube, and you can find all of our schedules and whatnot on HTSAI.net. All right, pace truck is in. Time to go green flag racing again. Patrick Coluccio gonna lead him down. Green flag is in the air. Coluccio gets the jump on the outside. He's gonna bring Justin Glover with him, and a mess going on behind him. Jonathan Orapollo sneaks by again. Derek Nearhood slips up. Jim Cook now up to 5th, but he's got 3 cars right to the back bumper. They're 3 wide coming through the turn. Jim Cook loses a couple positions. They get tangled up on the back straightaway. Several cars involved, but the white flag was out. Patrick Coluccio to the lead. Continues to lead. Looks like he is going to come home first. Justin Glover is going to come home second. Jonathan Orapollo 3rd. Derek Nearhood 4th. Leo Giacondo 5th. Dave Roberts Jr. 6th. Wayne Bridges 7th. Doug Tyer Norton 8th. Tormasci is 9th. 10th will be Jim Cook. Then Michael Scruggs and Derek Turner, the 3 of them that got together, finish on pit road 10th, 11th, and 12th. All right, 2-minute warm-up. And a wild start to the night. Heat number 3 was definitely a heck of a battle out there. Jim Cook was charging up through the field, looked like just got caught up in a mess. There is Jim Cook. Let's see, Justin Glover had a great finish, managed to pull off 2nd place. Right now, the fastest on the track is Corey Goodall, and Jim Johnson has joined me in the booth. What up, Jim?
Wait. Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's awesome, man.
Yeah, this is all Chris's idea, so we all jumped in on it. So,
man, that is awesome. I kind of figured something was up with just knowing Chris. Something's always up.
it ain't done yet either. So, wait till the final round, the championship.
All right. Well, going into this feature, what are your chances?
I'm hoping to make it. I mean, I couldn't do the first one because my son trying out for JV baseball, so he didn't get done till 7 o'clock, and wife works till 8, so I have to put the 4-year-old to bed. So now, so
who's your pick in this first race?
Chris looked good. Burkhart always looks good, so I'm hoping it's going to be a good race. I mean, the track slicks off, they'll change it. So when the track slicks off, Burkhart's very faster. Brian Burkhart he came from the back the last time we were here and got up to like 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Chris is good when it's wet. When it goes slick, I'd say Burkhart.
All right. Well, good luck to you in race number 2, buddy.
Oh, I'll try.
All right. Looks like it is time to grid up, and Ben Flanagan, Kevin Martin have the front row. DJ Kenner, Chris Standridge are on the second row. Third row is Ryan Nesbitt and Tom the Missile Land. Brian Mansfield and Brian Burkhart are on the fourth row. Drew Warren, Michael Whiting are in the fifth row. Corey Goodall and Skylar Massey are in 11th and 12th. Then you got Patrick Coluccio and Justin Glover in 13th and 14th. Jonathan Orapollo and Derek Nearhood in 15th and 16th. 17th is Leo Giacondo. 18th is Dave Roberts Jr. Wayne Bridges 19th. Doug Tyre Norton 20th. 21st is David Tormasci. Jim Cook is in 22nd. Michael Scruggs in 23rd. And Derek Turner starting in 24th. So a 24-car field on a half-mile track. This ought to get interesting. Looking at Ben Flanagan and Kevin Martin, there's several cars that were extremely fast but got caught in an incident in that in that B main, I should say, that now are going to be starting at tail end of the field, going to make it very difficult. Derek Turner is not gridded yet either, so that could come into play as well. Looking through the field, Kevin Martin and Ben Flanagan up front with Chris Standridge and DJ Kenner, some of the best dirt racers out there, those front four. Ryan Nesbitt right there with them. Tom Land as well. And then the Bryans. Brian Mansfield, Brian Burkhart, always coming through the field. Always two to watch very closely. Wayne Bridges, Doug Norton, Jim Cook, David Tormasci, and Michael Scruggs at the back of the field. These guys are going to have to run up through the field, but any one of them could do it. It's just going to be a matter of getting to the front cleanly. Pace truck is in. Ben Flanagan is going to lead them down. Green flag in the air. 25 laps to go here at Knoxville. And Flanagan gets away clean. Martin and DJ Kenner battling side by side. They're too wide all the way back through the field. I say too wide. Back there by Corey Goodall, they were 3 wide briefly. Several cars going backwards and a few starting to come to the front. Jim Cook's already picked up several spots. Up front it is still Flanagan, Kenner, Nesbitt. Some of the guys in the back though. Jim Cook already picked up 4 spots, now 5 spots. He is charging through there. He's picked up 5 spots since the start of this thing. Just 5 spots out of the bubble now. He's got to pick up into the top 12 to advance to the main. The championship race later. Currently, the 12th place car is Patrick Coluccio. Everybody behind him is trying to get around him here. Ben Flanagan continues to lead and try and open up a lead up here. He's only got 0.2 of a second over DJ Kenner, Ryan Nesbitt, Chris Standridge. And how about Jonathan Orapollo? He started in 15th. He's already up to 11th. Leo Giacondo started 17th. He's up there to 13th. Jim Cook in 17th is closed back up on this big pack of cars right in front of him. After clearing a whole bunch of other traffic, he is charging forward. 19 laps to go. A lot of these guys could still make their way through the field. We'll see if Jim Cook can do it. As the track starting to slick off just a little bit, Ben Flanagan still cannot open up much of a lead, but they're single file right behind him. DJ Kenner, Ryan Nesbitt, Chris Standridge, Tom Land to 5th. Kevin Martin has dropped back to 6th. Burkhart is moved up to 7th. Drew Warren is up to 8th. Brian Mansfield dropped to 9th. Michael Whiting is in 10th. Patrick Coluccio and Jonathan Orapollo. Jonathan now on the bubble there for the championship race. Leo Giacondo, Derek Nearhood, Jim Cook, Corey Goodall back there, battling their way up. Here comes Corey Goodall, Jim Cook right behind him. Dave Roberts Jr. right there, one of the newer drivers in the league. Caution is out, our first caution of the night, or of the feature, I should say. Let's see if we can find what happened. And looks like Ben Flanagan might have had some problems here. Looks like Ben Flanagan was involved in something prior to the caution coming out, but we're not seeing. Take another look and see if the cameraman caught it. Doesn't look like it. We'll have to see who is most affected by this, and then we'll be able to tell. Meanwhile, Ben Flanagan back up in the lead. Tom Land is currently being scored in second. Brian Burkhart third. Chris Standridge is in fourth. Kevin Martin is fifth. Drew Warren, then Brian Mansfield. Michael Whiting, DJ Kenner, Patrick Coluccio are in the top 10. Jonathan Orapallo is 11th. Leo Giacondo in 12th. He is on the bubble for the championship right now. Let the scoring update just a little bit. It looks like several of the guys that were involved in the B main incident at the end of the race managed to recover quite well so far. Dave Roberts Jr. is now in 14th. Jim Cook up to 15th, so he's recovered quite well as well. Pace car is in. Ben Flanagan, Tom Land leading him down one more time. Green flag in the air off into turn one at Knoxville. Ben Flanagan gets a little bit of a run, but the missile on the outside. Here comes Tom the Missile Land. Caution is out again. Looks like Brian Mansfield involved. Happens right behind the leaders too. Brian Mansfield just drifts up, manages to save from causing a major pileup, but definitely not the way Mansfield wanted this night to go. And getting word, Ryan Nesbitt was involved in the first incident. Pace truck trying to pick up the field. Ben Flanagan still being scored in the lead, but Tom Land really coming on strong here tonight. And this is a lot of dirt guys' favorite track because of the way, the layout of it, the flat nature of it, the embankment on the inside and the bigger cars, and just all the interesting features of it. And you can definitely tell some of these guys that we don't usually see up towards the front are coming to the front here tonight. All right, as they come around, once the scoring gets done updating again, looks like Leo Giacondo now on the bubble in 12th. Dave Roberts is 13th. Jim Cook is 14th at the moment. Just a couple of spots out. 10th through 14th is DJ Kenner, Derek Nearhead, Leo Giacondo, Jim Cook, and Dave Roberts Jr. All right, pace truck back in. Here they go one more time. Green flag is in the air. Ben Flanagan chooses to start on the outside this time, carries that momentum out of the turn, and carries Chris Ironman Standridge with him in the Stark Enterprises 305. Drew Warren up to third. Now Tom Land, the missile's going backwards, as he is dropped back to fifth. Jonathan Orapallo now from 15th to 6th place now. Brian Burkhart up to 7th. Kevin Martin is 8th. Michael Whiting is 9th. DJ Kenner is 10th. The bubble cars right now, Derek Nearwood, Leo Giacondo is in 12th. Jim Cook is in 13th, and he's got several cars in front of him he can get around. He just needs one more position to qualify in the first race, and he won't have to race in the second one. Oh, and he gets together. Big crash at the back of the field. Caution is out. Let's take another look at what happened here. Looks like Jim Cook got in a little deep. So it looks like the 25 might have tapped him a little bit. Can't be for sure on that one. But he gets up into the car in front of him, and big incident on the back straightaway. Jim Cook currently still running. Looks like Wayne Bridges involved in that. Dave Roberts, Leo Giacondo, all on pit road for repairs. Looks like Jim Cook did go to pit road. I did see a couple of engines blown. They will be able to get fast repairs, hopefully get back out without losing a lap. Jim Cook now coming back off of pit road. Dave Roberts still on pit road. Leo Giacondo still on pit road. And looks like Jim Cook will manage to maintain the lead lap. We'll have to wait for scoring to update once more, but he's definitely going to be back in this. And don't forget, if they are not in the top 12 in this race, they will go into the second race and attempt to race their way back in as well. The top half of the field in this race advances. And the finale tonight, of course, being the 50-lap main event here. And don't forget to check out our sponsors tonight, Loud Wraps and B-Make Designs Motorwear International. Pace truck is in, single file restart. Ben Flanagan will lead him down and gets a good jump on Chris Ironman Standridge, Drew Warren, Patrick Coluccio, Tom Land. Jonathan Orapallo, new to the league, already putting on quite a show. Last week he did a great job. This week he's obviously showing he earned it. He has started in 15th. He is up to 6th now. Brian Burkhart up to 7th. Kevin Martin up to 8th. Derek Nearwood, caution is out again. Let's see if the incident happened back here in the field. It looks like a car got stopped up high, and that's what brought us under caution. Looked like it might have been Michael Whiting. Oh yes, looks like somebody got into Michael Whiting, turned him around, and it was enough to trigger the caution. All right. Currently back in 12th is Corey Goodall, Skylar Massey in 13th, Doug Tyre Norton in 14th. Jim Cook still recovering. He is back up into 19th. The top 10, you've got having to wait. Everybody is getting lined up correctly. This might take a minute for scoring to update. And while we are waiting to sort things out, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night at 7:20 Eastern for XCal Racing street stocks from the Little Bitty Triangle at Concord. All right, Ben Flanagan continues to lead. Chris Standridge up to second. Drew Warren third. Patrick Coluccio fourth. Tom Land fifth. Jonathan Orapollo, Brian Burkhart, Kevin Martin, DJ Kenner, Derek Nearhood round out the top 10. 11th is Justin Glover. 12th is Corey Goodall. Skylar Massey just outside the bubble in 13th. Doug Tyre Norton in 14th. Looks like we're going to do another single file restart here. You know Ben Flanagan is loving that. Pace truck is off. Green flag in the air. Ben Flanagan does not get a big jump here, and Chris Standridge is going to take advantage. He's looking to the inside already. Patrick Coluccio in fourth has picked up quite a few positions. He started in 13th. Tom Land started in 6th. Jonathan Orapollo still trying to work his way forward some more, but he started in 15th up to 6th. Brian Burkhart up to 7th. Kevin Martin, DJ Kenner, and now Corey Goodall round out the top 10. Derek Nearhood and Skylar Massey is now the car on the bubble. Jim Cook, Michael Scruggs, and Doug Norton, 16th, 17th, and 18th. A three-wide battle back here as they try and pick up spots with 7 laps to go. Not a lot of time. Ben Flanagan continues to try and open up a lead. Drew Warren in second is going to have a challenge from Chris Standridge down to the inside as here comes Coluccio. Patrick Coluccio looking for third from Chris Standridge. Drops down to the inside, sends it through the slick, just losing some momentum, drifts up in front of Tom Land. Everybody manages to save it, but a great save by Tom Land and Jonathan Orapollo. Brian Burkhart now looking to the outside of Orapollo. Up front, Drew Warren still in second, picked up 7 positions after starting in 9th. Back, the bubble spot now is with Brian Mansfield. Skylar Massey and Ryan Nesbitt are battling for 13th. David Tormasci 14th. Jim Cook still recovering up to 18th now. Three laps to go. Ben Flanagan has opened up a half a second lead over Drew Warren and Chris Standridge. And the real battle's going on right back here as Burkhart is being passed by Patrick Coluccio. Coluccio can't quite get there. He sent it into one, couldn't get it coming off the turn. And Jonathan Orapollo right there still trying to pick up some more positions. Everybody in the top 12 is locked into the championship race. Final lap. Ben Flanagan still leads. Drew Warren is second. Chris Standridge third. Tom Land is fourth. But we're going to drop back and watch the 12th place spot currently occupied by Ryan Nesbitt. Several cars around him. Who's it going to be? Who's going to get locked in here? Coming to the line. They are side by side. Looks like Ryan Nesbitt and Derek Nearhood came in 11th and 12th. Ben Flanagan wins it. Drew Warren comes home second. Chris Standridge, Tom Land, and Brian Burkhart round out the top 5. Coluccio, Orapollo, Martin, DJ Kenner, and Corey Goodall round out the top 10. Ryan Nesbitt, Derek Nearhood, Brian Mansfield, Skylar Massey, and David Tormasci comes home 15th. Doug Tyre Norton, Mike Scruggs, Jim Cook comes home 18th. Justin Glover 19th. 20th is Michael Whiting, Wayne Bridges, Dave Roberts, Leo Giacondo, and Derek Turner round out the field, and it's now time for the standard celebration by the Outlaws. Probably the best celebration routine anywhere in iRacing, to be perfectly honest. Ben is still trying to push those tires. Nope, he cannot get the car righted. All right, we will see if Flanagan comes down and talks to us. We'll also try and talk to Drew Warren, Chris Standridge, and we'll try and talk to Derek Nearhood as well. He came in on it. He came in at 12th, so he was the last car to qualify here for the championship race. All right, let's see who we can get a hold of here. All right, looking through the list of who is available here, and Drew Warren has become available. Let's see if we can talk to him right quick. Hey, Drew, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
I read you, Doug. How's it going?
Hey, man, heck of a race tonight.
That was a lot of fun. Didn't think I was even going to make it tonight. Had some real world things I had to take care of, but got in at the last minute and paid off.
In the feature there, you ran from ninth place up to second, and that was not an easy task considering the cars that you had to come through.
No, not all, but I got lucky there. Two of those restarts, I had the outside lane in late race, and those cars that were stuck on the inside had that slick, and it was like a freight train going past them. So I really lucked out on those yellows.
Well, congratulations. You're locked into the championship race. Good luck, buddy. And looks like Ben Flanagan has joined us. Congratulations, Ben.
Oh, there's the right button. Never won a sprint race before. First one.
I know it has been a long time coming, though. You've had some really close calls with wins, so that was definitely a heck of a show tonight.
Keep Chris behind me for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure that is not an easy task, but you actually managed to get away from him on a couple of restarts.
Yeah, it felt good. Just once that bottom went away, just to try to get up high, that was the hard part.
Well, either way, you are in the championship race tonight, plus you get a win tonight, so congratulations to you, bud.
Thank you, sir.
And I do believe Derek Nearhood has joined us.
Howdy, Doug.
Hey, buddy. You were the last car to race your way in the first race. And that was a heck of a battle there for the last lap.
Yeah, that whole race was a little crazy. Once the bottom went away, which was honestly only about 10 laps in, it got really slick. It was really tough racing. I had a couple times where I felt like I was fast enough to get around a few guys, but there was just nowhere to get to them at. Me and Dwayne got really close a few times, and because I tried to take that middle line and it just got in the slick and it wasn't working at all.
Well, regardless, you managed to come through the field quite well. You started back in 17th and managed to come in at actually, the scoring is so close that Ryan Nesbitt is scored in front of you in 12th, and you're scored behind him in 11th. That's how close that finish was.
I saw Ryan on the bottom, and anytime Ryan gets on the bottom, let me go back. Anytime the bottom is really bad and nobody can run it, and Ryan gets down there, he just flies through. I don't know. I think he defies gravity somehow. I'm not sure what he does.
It is entirely possible given the way he drives on the slick.
He is just amazing on the slick. And I saw him down there, and I just was like, boy, I hope he doesn't beat me out here. But I didn't realize I was still going to be on the 12th place spot. I thought he was going to knock me out. So I'm glad that I landed in 12th.
Well, congratulations, bud. Great race, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again before the night's out.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. It's good to be back. I've missed a couple weeks. Also, I want to say big congrats to Ben Flanagan because he has been searching for the sprint car win so badly, and
That is true. He's had some very close calls with that, and finally got the job done.
yeah, I'm glad he finally got one. He really deserves it. He's a heck of a driver.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the championship race. All right, that was Derek Nearhead. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause briefly, get switched over into the other race, and then we're going to talk to some of these drivers. We got several drivers sitting on standby for us, so that we can sit around and chit chat while the second race gets ready to go. While we have a few moments here, so give us just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hit that share button. David Hennessy is going to be joining iRacing soon. Huge shout out. But don't go anywhere. Hit that share button. Get your snacks and drinks ready for race number 2, and then we will go to the championship race here in just a bit. Don't go anywhere. And we are back live. It doesn't do much good for me to talk when I'm muted. And looks like Chris Standridge is available. He finished third. Let's see if we can talk to him about a couple of different things here. Hey, Chris, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, buddy. So, first off, let's start with the third place finish. You had a heck of a battle going on up there, but you never could get around Flanagan.
No, he's been a thorn in my side the last couple of races and 360s and everything else.
Well, he has definitely been working up toward this win here tonight, so still a great finish for you. You came in third. And I got to ask, as the track slicked off, it looked like you actually slowed down a bit there. A couple of cars managed to work their way beside you, and one managed to get around you.
Yeah, when I lost my my nose there, I was having so much trouble keeping just keeping it steady through the turns. It just kept wanting to get loose on me and swing around and what have you. So I was just trying to keep it up there.
All right, so we've got 12 cars locked in for the championship race, and it looks like we've got about 18 back in here trying to still race their way in.
And I don't think it'll be 18. It'll be, there's like 2 or 3 who are just here to watch, like me. So it'll
I
probably
didn't see
be.
your name down there.
Well, no, it looks like most of these guys are new. So yeah, it looks like it'll be about 16 or 17. So that'll be another, about what, 9?
Yep.
8 or 9 drivers, yeah.
Yep, so we'll end up with about a 21 car field, somewhere in there for the championship 50.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's just what I was wanting. So.
Well, we saw what a 24 car field looks like. That was a bit crazy.
Yeah, I didn't mean to let all 24 in, but I thought, well, some of the guys were kind of belly aching, but I was telling them, I'm like, guys, I thought for a, as big a field as it was, and we had some guys in there who were pretty new, I thought it went pretty smoothly, so I was pretty happy with it.
I was actually surprised with that many cars, even with highly experienced drivers, to see that many guys out there and only have a couple of cautions was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So,
and
looking forward to seeing this one. It's interesting to see how a race is going to turn out with some of the names that are not going to be out there. So,
yeah,
seeing how this goes.
That is going to be interesting. You do still have Michael Whiting, Brian Mansfield, Skylar Massey, and Jim Johnson out there, so that's going to make things interesting. I've not seen Jim Cook is out there. He was coming through the field rather quickly, but got caught up in an incident. So they've got about half dozen guys that I expect to see come to the front here.
Absolutely. There's a couple of guys that surprised me. I didn't see what happened to Michael Whiting or Brian Mansfield. I'm surprised there. We were all kind of like, "Whoa, what happened to them?" So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
So now, obviously, I've had a few surprises here tonight.
What?
No.
It's like you don't try. It's like I've given you reason to not trust me. It's weird.
I can't imagine why I wouldn't trust you.
What the heck have I ever done? It's not like I've come on here and dropped the F-bomb. Right?
No, but you've put my face on your car.
Okay, to be fair, anything you put on Facebook is public domain, and therefore allowed.
That is true. So I know I have been told by sources that there is more to come. You want a hint?
No, and whoever told you there's more to come, they're in trouble. Nobody's supposed to say anything about anything. So.
Oh, okay. Well, all he said was there was...
I'm not going to be part of the 4-wide salute. I'm going to jump in with you and let you know, if anything else were to happen, what was going to happen.
Okay. All right. And I do have to mention, I know you said we'll talk about it during the 4-wide salute, but I know a lot of money was raised for autism research this month, and that was a big deal to you as well.
Yeah, I think in the end we ended up. It's too hard to tell exactly how much because we had a lot of people who went directly, but every now and then somebody would drop the line and say, "Hey, we donated to them for you," and I think we ended up right around 1,400. So it's a pretty good haul that came in. I'm real proud of everybody. Real thankful to everybody.
That is quite awesome, given the fact that the first 1,000 of it was raised in about 72 hours. That's truly impressive. All right, man. Well, I'll let you go yell at these guys. I'm going to start randomly grabbing guys to talk to.
Are you gonna ask me for a prediction for this race?
Yeah. Why don't we give that? What is your prediction for this race?
Pain.
I knew that was coming.
Sorry, that never gets old.
No,
I love Rocky.
Yeah.
Okay, serious prediction. This is a tough one. There's some really good drivers out here. Oh man, you can never count out Michael Whiting. But Chris Hyatt, if he can get that high line to work, man, he flies through the field. Thomas Rule can keep from being wrecked. He'll come up and do really well. And Wayne Bridges likes to surprise people. Overall pick. Man, this is tough. I can't pick. I just can't do it. Sorry.
All right. Well, you kind of have to be unbiased anyway, so.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again.
All right. Take care.
All right. We've got a list of names here that we can pull in and talk to and interview here, so let's pick. You know what? Let's see if he's on track. He is not on track, so you know who we're going to pull in here. Hey, Patrick Coluccio, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, Doug, I got you. What's up?
Hey, man. You had a heck of a race tonight.
Just luck. Just luck tonight, you know. not one of my best tracks. One of my favorite tracks to race, and not one of my best tracks. So figuring out as we go. But no, we were fast there. That one green flag. The high line went, and the second line, the bottom line didn't go, and I was able to pick up a few positions there and stay up there. So
Nice. Well, you've definitely been coming on strong the last several weeks, so it was no surprise to see you coming through the field tonight.
yeah, thanks, man. It's really been a fun season this year for this car and I, and we've been really killing it this year. We got a lot of practice in the off season. So, you like the cars we got for you?
Yes, I've been having quite a good chuckle with that one tonight. I knew something was up earlier today when I was putting race notes together and looking at the Facebook posts about tonight and everything, and looking over what Chris had sent me. I knew something was up, and Chris never fails. And I actually asked him about it earlier today. He said, "I don't know why you don't trust me." I'm like, "You put my face on your car at the start of the season, dude."
No, this is a thank you to you, man. We really appreciate everything you do for us and all that, and you really help us put our name out there and really give us a chance to show ourselves out there. So we really appreciate it, man.
Oh, well, I appreciate you guys. You guys put on a heck of a show and make this a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you, Doug.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Who else is up here we can talk to? Let's see if he is on track. Let me see if I can get a look at his card. No, he is not. Let's see if we can talk to Chris Hyatt real quick. Hey, Chris, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, man. So I was talking to Chris Standridge a few minutes ago, and he made the comment, if you can stay out of trouble and not get caught up in somebody else's mess here tonight, you might be one to come pull the win down in this second race.
I mean, I'm flattered he said that. I mean, I'll try to keep it clean and see what we can do here. I think we got a fast car, and I think we can be competitive, definitely finish in the top 9 as long as we can stay out of trouble.
Well, you are 5th fastest on track right now, and the difference between you and Michael Whiting is 5/100ths of a second right now, so you're definitely fast.
Yeah, the top 5, I mean, all the guys, top 5 are fast guys. We've all raced with each other, and should be a good race, man. It's going to be competitive for sure.
All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully you'll get out there and get that win tonight.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, that was Chris Hyatt, and I am seeing a request to talk to Fancy Frank, but Nick Fancy Frank is not in Discord. I know he's listening, but he might be, he's got babies. And Justin Glover just jumped in the booth. Hey, Justin, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hey, man. So you're very good at keeping classified information, obviously.
That was my job for a long time.
All right, so you have to finish in the top 9 here tonight. You almost got that top 12, but you got to get the top 9 this time around. You going to be able to get it done?
Yeah, we had a couple unfortunate incidents there with that one last restart. I got really clogged up in the bottleneck and went from 12th to like 20th. So, yeah, man, I got a good car, the old Swindale Speed Labs machine. I feel good, man, so we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. You know I'm rooting for you, so best of luck here tonight.
Hey, man, we appreciate everything you do for us, and I know you've seen the raps out there with your ugly bug on them, so you can thank everybody in the Outlaw class for putting up with that. That was a group effort. I threw in the Slim Jim, and somebody else was like, throw a Twisted Tea in there, and then Skylar, of course, had to throw the mullet on it. So we love you, man. Thanks for what you do for us.
Hey, thanks, man. And the mullet's actually a nice touch. It's the first time I've had hair since the 90s, so.
Nice.
All right, man. Best of luck to you tonight.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
All right, that was Justin Glover, the driver of the 25 car. All right, Matthew Harris, he is right. Let's see who else we can talk to here. And we haven't talked to Michael Scruggs yet tonight. Let's make sure he's not out on track. I don't want to interrupt somebody as they're running. No, he's not. We'll bother him. Hey, Michael Scruggs, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Michael Scruggs, this is Doug. You got me? He might have stepped away. We'll try and get back with him here in a few. And let's see here. Oh, you know what? I would be remiss if I did not pull in. Hey, Skyler, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Oh, what's up, Doug?
Hey, man, I got to thank you. It's the first time I've had hair since the 90s.
Do what I can, buddy.
You had a great run out there tonight.
Yeah, I'd say got real lucky in my heat race and then got tangled up in a couple unfortunate instances there in the first feature. So we're going to try and pull something off tonight and make the big show.
Well, you are third fastest, and you're literally within 1/100th of a second of Michael Whiting. You're definitely one that can get up there and get it done.
That's where we're hoping. I mean, just based off of, the top 7 that are in our standings right now with practice, it's going to be another really close, hard race. So it'll at least be fun to watch on the broadcast for you.
Oh, yeah, it will be. Well, good luck to you, buddy. Have some fun. Thank you for the paint jobs. Those are quite awesome.
All right, Doug. I appreciate it, man. We'll holler at you after the race, probably.
All right, man. All right, that was Skylar Massey of Loud Raps. And as you see, Doug Norton's paint scheme there. We'll try and zoom in on that. Nope, that's Justin. Let's click on Doug. There we go. That is his new paint scheme tonight. And, of course, this is the How to Suck at iRacing 50 championship here tonight. And so they've got that paint scheme. And let's see if we can find the other one. I think Wayne had it. Yeah, let's see if we can get a better angle on Wayne's car. Maybe not. Oh, that is Skylar's car. There we go. Now we'll try and get a better angle in on Skylar's car. As you can see, Skylar did the picture. As Justin mentioned, the Slim Jim and the mullet and the glasses and the eagle and the twisted T. We'll get a better look at it once it's out on track. But yeah, that was quite funny, and they did this to appreciate me, but honestly, this wouldn't happen without them. So you guys, the Outlaws, are awesome. Oh, here he goes. Skylar's going to get out on track so we can show off the paint scheme just a little bit. Yep, there you see. It was the poster that they made up for this race with all of that on it. So I know they said they were doing this to appreciate me, but like I said, this thing wouldn't even happen without this group of guys. One of the first ones that I had for broadcast, and really appreciate them giving me the opportunity and be a part of this. And I get to hop into some of their asphalt races on Sunday mornings and have a blast running Daytona prototypes with them. As the 77 of Mikey Mixter struggling there just a little bit. And Skylar Massey hopping up on the berm. All right, just a couple minutes left to practice. Let's go over what's going to happen here again. All right, looks like we've got about 18 people registered for this race. So we will have a couple of heats, looks like about 3, and there will be 10-lap heats. They'll have 1 lap to qualify beforehand, 2 to 3 10-lap heats, and then we will have a 25-lap feature. The top 9 cars here tonight will advance to the main event that will start around 9:30 Eastern. Excuse me. And then we will go to the top 12 from the first race. The top 9 from this race will advance to that feature event. They'll have a little bit to get some final practice in. 3 laps to qualify, then the 50-lap feature. No heats in that one, so it's going to be a little bit different than this the 2 lead-ups. And whoever wins, now I've got to look up what I believe the way that Chris phrased it was whoever wins tonight will be the suck champion, or the suck champion, which I find hilarious. So, but so we've got these 2. We've got the heats and the feature. then 9 advance from this feature into the main event, which will be about a 20-21 car field. And we will get to see these guys race for the championship here tonight. Obviously, next week they'll be back to regular season. Don't forget, if you like watching the broadcast here, check us out. We continue to upgrade and make things look prettier each week, as you see some obvious changes this week. Tomorrow night we'll have XCal Racing. The Premier Street Stock League in iRacing starts at 7:20 Eastern. Wednesday night, we'll be back with this same group of guys with the Mayhem League. That is their asphalt division. Their Xfinity Series starting at 7:30 Eastern, immediately followed by their Dirt Variety Series. So some more good racing. Sunday nights, we have BRR Cup Series at 7:30 Eastern. And as you saw last Friday, this Friday they're off, but the following Friday, Tyler Daniels Racing versus the Nowski Nation is broadcast here, their late night series. And after the second race of the season last Friday, they have started discussions about making that a long-term deal, maybe making a league out of that, of Nowski versus TDR. So that's going to be very interesting. And then, as you saw last night, if you did not see any of these races, you can obviously go back and watch them on YouTube. Last night, the Fast and Fun Variety Series was running dirt street stocks at USA International. Now, I would highly recommend watching that if you need a laugh. I would also not let the kids listen to it just based on their nicknames. And we are still trying to get Nick Fancy Frank. Oh, Nick Frank is available. All right, hang on. Nick Frank, this is Doug in the booth. You got me.
Hey, Doug, you got me?
Hey, buddy. So you're not out here racing tonight. The Twins keep you up all night last night?
Actually, Doug, the Twins are still in the NICU. They're preemies.
Oh.
And, yeah, no, it's fine. They're both growing, boy and girl. I'm sure you know that, Kelsey and Cole. But we're just shuffling our time. It's a 2-hour drive to the hospital, so we're shuffling our time from staying at home, staying down there.
10-4, I got you. Well, I hope they're doing well, and obviously you've got quite a few fans checking in on you. So
yeah, I see that.
So anything you want to shout out to your fans out there?
Actually, Doug, I want to shout out to you, because if it wasn't for you and your broadcast, I wouldn't be able to be so up to date on the league that I absolutely love. I love watching this. I had Chris do a couple broadcasts of him racing there on a couple of them, just so I could sit in the hospital and watch the races.
Well, I'm assuming that tonight you are up at the hospital with the Twins?
Getting ready to, yeah.
All right. Well, I hope everything continues to go well with them, man. Best of luck to you and to your wife. I'm assuming your wife is now out and fully recovered.
Yes, yep, she was discharged.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. We will put on a good show for you here tonight, buddy.
Hey, thanks a lot, Doug. Take care.
All right, you too, man. All right. Jim Cook is actually not in the Discord, but I will send him a message and see if we can get him to hop in Discord here in a few and come talk to us. And while they're trying to finish up qualifying. All right, I have sent Mr. Cook Oh, and Michael Scruggs is having difficulties with his pedals. That's why he couldn't join us. But here we go. Jim Johnson, Michael Whiting on the front row. Brian Mansfield, Chris Hyatt on the second row. Skylar Massey and Jim Cook on the third row. Mikey Mixter and Michael Scruggs on the fourth row. Obviously, Jim Cook in the race, so we won't get to talk to him right away. But I have sent him a message saying, hey, dude, jump in here after your heat. Maybe we can get a word with Mr. Cook for you there. Brett Carroll now in the chat. Yep, cheering him on. All right, their finishing position will decide the lineup for the feature here, and then 9 people from the feature should advance into the main event here tonight. And I just now got a chance to look over. Thank you guys for the stars and the bits. Really appreciate it. You guys are all very awesome. Love the Outlaw group. Love all their fans. Love everybody that comes and joins us and helps build this awesome community. And don't forget to check out HTSAI.net. You can go look there and find links to all the different leagues, the broadcast schedule, all sorts of good, fun information. All right, Pace Truck is in heat number 1 for race 2. Jim Johnson, Michael Whiting lead them down. Green flag in the air. Here they go. Jim Johnson gets a good jump on Michael Whiting, and Brian Mansfield gets a good jump. He is already up to second. He's going to bring Chris Hyatt with him. The 17 car moves up into third. Michael Whiting going backwards just a little bit. Skylar Massey's got to run down to the inside. There's an incident behind him. Jim Cook is in the wall. Caution is out. Looks like minimal damage. He should be able to continue going. The 77 looked like he just caught the apron there, and Jim Cook just got a little bit loose coming up off the turn, and that turned him around a little bit. No damage. He did not hit. Wait a minute. Yep, no damage to the front of his car. He should be okay. And meanwhile, Jim Johnson currently in the lead. And just to give you an idea how awesome this group of guys is, it was a running joke the first season I broadcast these guys that the races get so exciting at times that I needed oxygen. And Chris kept making jokes in post-race interviews that one of these days he'd give me some oxygen. You can find a picture on the Facebook page of the little can of oxygen I got in the mail not too long ago. And then a conversation about a week and a half ago when my coffee pot died. Chris asked me why didn't I just use instant coffee. I don't like instant coffee. And a few days after that, I got a big package of instant coffee in the mail as well. So when I am streaming during the day, as I will be tomorrow morning for Tuesday, Dirt Tuesday, you can see in the webcam the oxygen and the instant coffee sitting on my desk. All right. Pace truck is about to drop off. Jim Johnson, Brian Mansfield, Chris Hyatt, Michael Whiting, Mikey Mixter, Skylar Massey, Jim Cook, and Michael Scruggs. That is the 8-car lineup. Pace truck is in. Looked like the pace truck had problems getting off the track there. Green flag is in the air. Here they go again. Off into turn 1 this time. Jim Johnson does not get a good jump. Brian Mansfield there battling on the outside. Chris Hyatt right there on the inside trying to pick up another position. Skylar Massey is coming too. Skylar Massey right to the back of the 17. Michael Whiting in 5th. 6th is Mikey Mixter. Jim Cook is falling back a little bit. I'm wondering if he's got an issue after all. Didn't look like he had hit the car hit the wall very hard, but looks like he is struggling with the handling. Chris Hyatt still in 2nd. Jim Johnson way out front now. Skylar Massey trying to take 2nd. Brian Mansfield has got Michael Whiting right back to the back bumper. As they come around, they're going to be getting the white flag this time, and Chris Hyatt has managed to get right back to the back bumper of Jim Johnson. Will he be able to get around him for that first heat win here tonight? White flag is in the air. Chris Hyatt sends it down in there. These two got quite a gap. Back to third place, Skylar Massey. Chris Hyatt sends it way low into turn one. Can't quite get there. It's going to be Jim Johnson at the line. Chris Hyatt second. Skylar Massey third. Brian Mansfield fourth. Michael Whiting is fifth. Mikey Mixter, Jim Cook, and Michael Scruggs round out the field. And the lineup is David Tormasci up front. Stephen Lindo in second. Thomas Rule the third in third. Justin Glover starting fourth, Doug Tyre Norton in fifth, Wayne Bridges sixth, Andrew Thornton is seventh, and eighth is Leo Giacondo. Everybody getting lined up on pit road. And Jim Cook, if you're listening, hop in the Discord so we can interview you during warm-up. A message from Jim Cook saying he has got to work on the car. He'll try and join us in the booth here in a bit. All right, pace truck about to drop off. Stephen Lindo and David Tormasci up front. Justin Glover on the outside right behind him. Thomas Rule III on the inside right behind him. Wayne Bridges, Doug Tyre Norton, Leo Giacondo, and Andrew Thornton rounding out this field. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Here they go. Stephen Lindo gets a great jump on that restart on the outside. And we've got an accident back behind him. Caution is out. Doug Tyre Norton, Leo Giacondo involved. Doug Tyre Norton on the inside, and it looks like the 31. Andrew Thornton just drifted up a little bit. Andrew Thornton and Leo Giacondo both caught in that. Doug Norton and Leo both on pit road at the moment. Stephen Lindo in the lead. Justin Glover managed to work his way up into second now. David Tormasci in third. Thomas Rule in fourth. Wayne Bridges fifth. Sixth is Andrew Thornton. Doug Tyre Norton back out in seventh. And I believe Leo is coming back off pit road momentarily. I believe they got in and out fairly quickly, so Leo might have had to be towed on that one. Looks like he is not coming out on track, and he has lost it. Oh, look at that. Stephen Lindo, thank you. I did not notice that on the sides of the cars until just now, but really appreciate that one. And after noticing that one, I do believe I saw it, yep, on another one. So huge shout out. I really appreciate it, guys. All right, looks like they are going to stack back up side by side for this restart. Stephen Lindo to the inside, Justin Glover to the outside, David Tormasci, Thomas Rule III in the second row, Wayne Bridges, Andrew Thornton in the third row. Doug Tyre Norton back there. Leo is still being shown on pit road. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Here they go down into turn one. Stephen Lindo gets another good jump, and now David Tormasci trying to get up into third. David Tormasci side by side with Thomas Rule III, allowing Stephen Lindau and Justin Glover a little bit of space here. Andrew Thornton is starting to work his way forward as well. He's gotten around Wayne Bridges. Meanwhile, Stephen Lindau has started to run away from Justin Glover here. Almost a half a second lead at the end of the straightaway, so he has definitely got the speed here tonight. Justin Glover currently second. Tormasci in third has closed back up to the back bumper of the 25 car. Thomas Rule III now to the inside. Thomas Rule III slips up into third. David Tormasci struggles a little bit coming off of turn 2 as he slips back to fourth. That brings him within striking distance of Wayne Bridges. Meanwhile, Thomas Rule is running these front two down. 2 laps to go. Justin Glover in second. Stephen Lindau in first. Thomas Rule in third. David Tormasci fourth. Wayne Bridges is fifth. Andrew Thornton is sixth. Doug Tyre Norton is seventh. White flag is in the air for Stephen Lindau. And it looks like we're going to have a battle for about second through third as Thomas Rule III struggles a little bit coming off of turn 2. Justin Glover manages to run away from him just a little bit. Stephen Lindau comes home with the win. Justin Glover second. Thomas Rule comes third. David Tormasci is fourth. All right. Lineup for heat number 3. Michael Whiting, Wayne Bridges up front, Mikey Mixter and Andrew Thornton in the second row, Jim Cook and Doug Tyre Norton in the third, Michael Scruggs and Leo Giacondo round out the field. All right. Michael Whiting will lead him off of pit road. Michael Whiting and Wayne Bridges leading this pack around. Andrew Thornton and Mikey Mixter. Michael Scruggs and Leo Giacondo are both being shown on pit road. I'm not sure if they just did not grid. So it looks like we're going to have a 6-car field here. I know Michael Scruggs is having some technical difficulties, so hopefully he'll be able to get back out here for the feature. And for all you Jim Cook fans, currently he is sitting in 5th. There in the 49 on the outside of the third row. Pace truck is in. As the sun goes down, the green flag comes out. Wayne Bridges gets a good jump on the field. Now we've got a battle for second up here. Wayne Bridges managing to get a little bit of a jump on Michael Whiting. But Michael Whiting starting to come back. Andrew Thornton is battling side by side with Mikey Mixter. Mikey Mixter takes third place, and the 52 of Doug Norton coming through there. Meanwhile, up front, Wayne Bridges now still in the lead, but Michael Whiting now right back to the back bumper. And Michael Whiting makes a move to the inside. Will he be able to hold it? Wayne Bridges drops back to second as Michael Whiting takes the lead. And Mikey Mixter is coming. He is now up to third place, starting to work his way forward. Doug Norton is coming as well. He started in 6th. He is up to 4th. Jim Cook currently runs 5th. Andrew Thornton is 6th. Leo Giacondo and Michael Scruggs not on the track at the moment. Michael Whiting still up front. Wayne Bridges trying to get back up there and reclaim the lead. Doug Norton starting to look for 3rd underneath Mikey Mixter. As they come down the back straightaway, Doug Norton sends it off into turn 3, and they touch. Oh, Mikey Mixter goes around. Caution is out. Mikey Mixter stuck in the wall. Take another look at this as they come through 3 and 4. Looks like they both went for the same real estate. Doug Norton came up just a little bit. Mikey Mixter came down just a little bit, and they met in the middle. Michael Whiting now still in 1st. Wayne Bridges 2nd. Jim Cook took advantage of that incident right in front of him, now up to 3rd. Andrew Thornton to 4th. Mikey Mixter back to 5th. Doug Norton back to 6th. Leo Giacondo and Michael Scruggs still showing off track. And huge shout out to Jim Belair and B-Make Designs. He couldn't be here tonight due to internet difficulty, but we miss you, buddy. Wish you were here. Brian Nesbitt chimes in, Doug Norton went full send. Yes, indeed. All right. Pace truck will be coming off this time. 6 cars on the track. Everybody is still in this. Jim Cook up to 3rd. He has battled back from just about everything that could happen tonight has happened to him. Hopefully he can get the heat win and the feature win here tonight now that he's had a chance to close back up to the back bumper of Whiting and Bridges. Michael Whiting on the inside, Wayne Bridges on the outside, Jim Cook on the inside of the 2nd row, Andrew Thornton outside of the 2nd row, Mikey Mixter there in the 77, and Doug Tyre Norton in the 52. Excuse me. Pace truck is in. Green flag in the air. Michael Whiting sends it down into turn number 1. Michael manages to get a little bit ahead of the 92 of Wayne Bridges. Jim Cook still battling on the inside for 3rd. It looks like Jim is really struggling with the handling on this car tonight as he drifts up. Catches the 31, manages to recover the car, but brings us under caution again. Let's take another look at that. We saw Jim was struggling with the handling earlier. I'm wondering if he has the wing position. Oh, he caught the berm there. Caught the berm, and the 31 had nowhere to go. And in the bigger cars like a big block or a street stock, that berm is not a big problem. You can actually use it to get around the track a little faster. But here in these 305s, that in a sprint car, it is difficult. Michael Scruggs still having pedal issues at the moment. Jim Cook has drifted back. He is now back to 6th place. Andrew Thornton up into 5th. As they line up, lights are out on the pace car. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Here they go. Michael Whiting gets another good restart. Wayne Bridges there on the outside loses a lot of ground, and he's going to lose some more as Mikey Mixter is coming up. Andrew Thornton now back up into fourth as he gets by the 52 of Doug Tyre Norton, and Jim Cook back there still trying to recover. White flag is in the air. Michael Whiting to the lead. Wayne Bridges still trying to get around it, but Mikey Mixter is coming quickly. Don't know if he'll have enough time to get to Wayne here, but he is sending it through. Doesn't. Michael Whiting gets the win. Wayne Bridges second, Mikey Mixter third, Andrew Thornton fourth, Jim Cook is fifth, Doug Tyre Norton is sixth. All right, 2-minute warm-up, then we'll go into the feature. Great time for you guys to hit that share button, the like, the subscribe, the follow. We are on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We always stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. As they get back out on track, get these last few warm-up laps in. 9 cars will advance from this race into the grand finale championship battle. Don't forget, immediately following this race, we will start transitioning over to the championship race. And while we're doing that, after a short break, we will just talk to some of the drivers. We're definitely going to try and get an interview in with Jim Cook and some of the other guys we haven't had a chance to talk to tonight. So a lot of fun stuff coming. So far, fastest one in this warm-up has been Skylar Massey. Jim Cook currently 7th fastest. Looks like he might have figured out some of his handling issues there. You might be able to see him come to the front. 9th fastest was Justin Glover. So, all right. Lineup for the feature: Jim Johnson and Stephen Lindo up front, Chris Hyatt and Justin Glover on the second row, Skylar Massey and Thomas Rule the third on the third row. 7th is Brian Mansfield, 8th is David Tormasci, 9th is Michael Whiting, 10th is Wayne Bridges. Mikey Mixter and Andrew Thornton are 11th and 12th. 13th is Jim Cook, 14th is Doug Tyre Norton, Michael Scruggs is 15th, and Leo Giacondo is 16th. Although neither of those last 2 cars appear to be on track. Michael Scruggs still having issues with his pedals. We will be watching closely in the 9th and 10th position. 9 cars will advance. Right now, Wayne Bridges is the 9th place car. Michael Whiting is the 10th place car. Stephen Lindo to the outside there. Or I'm sorry, Jim Johnson is on the outside. Nope, that is Stephen Lindo on the outside. My mistake. I had to look at the numbers briefly. These new paint jobs are throwing me a little bit tonight. But definitely not complaining. Loving that a lot. Alrighty. Pace car about to drop off. Stephen Lindo, Jim Johnson going to lead them down into turn 1. Green flag in the air. Here they go. Everybody gets cleanly into turn 1 so far. Chris Hyatt trying to stay out of trouble. He's got a fast car here, and he knows it. Stephen Lindo to the inside of Jim Johnson for the lead. Chris Hyatt right behind these two, looking to see which way is going to be faster. As Skylar Massey is bouncing off that inside. We saw that inside bite Jim Cook. Skylar Massey managed to make it work, but he was definitely hitting the berm there. Now Brian Mansfield up in the mix. The 25 of Justin Glover is going backwards. And the 44 and 77 get together. 44 manages to come out. 77 manages to keep it out front. Meanwhile, while all this is going on in the back, Chris Hyatt manages to make the pass for the lead. Let's see if we can watch the pass for the lead real quick. And there he comes underneath. And gets the pass and gets up into the lead. Will he be able to hold on to it? As you've heard, he's struggled just trying to keep the car out of trouble. Speaking of trouble, we've got trouble on the backstretch. Caution is out. And it looks like Justin Glover is involved in that one. Let's see where this started at. It looked like the 75 and the 25 that got together. Or I'm sorry, that is the 78 and the 25 just racing extremely hard back there. And that brings us under our first caution of the race. That is going to change the look of this race quite a bit, even though it was only the two of them that were involved so far. Chris Hyatt is currently in the lead. Jim Johnson is second. Skylar Massey third. Stephen Lindo is fourth. Brian Mansfield fifth. Right now, Jim Cook is the 9th place car. He is the one on the bubble, and he's got Wayne Bridges right there with him. Wayne Bridges goes to pit road. That's going to give Doug Norton 10th. So that puts Doug Tire Norton on the bubble. No, David Tormasci is being scored in front of Doug Norton at the moment. All right, looks like we're about to go green flag racing here again. Green flag is in the air. Here they go. Jim Johnson and Chris Hyatt lead them down into turn 1. Chris Hyatt gets a good run to the inside. We've seen him run that inside line and be extremely fast tonight. Struggles a little bit up off of 2, and Jim Johnson manages to get a little bit ahead. And now they're going to go 3 wide as Skylar Massey is up in the mix. And here comes Stephen Lindo. He dropped back after the start, but now he is working his way back to the front. Chris Hyatt's about to have his hands full. Brian Mansfield's in this too. Back here in the bubble position, the 49 of Jim Cook being chased by Doug Tire Norton. Andrew Thornton, David Tormasci, Wayne Bridges, Justin Glover, Leo Giacondo, and Michael Scruggs. Leo and Mike both being out of the race. But everyone from Doug Norton back is currently not in the main event tonight. Meanwhile, this battle at the front as Stephen Lindo and Jim Johnson battle, and now it's Stephen Lindo and Skylar Massey battling. Brian Mansfield just waiting for the right opening to come through, but he can't wait too long. Here comes Michael Whiting and Mikey Mixter. Now Jim Cook is starting to close back up. Doug Norton slips, gets the berm there, and allows Andrew Thornton to get by. Now Andrew Thornton is in 10th. Jim Cook in 9th place, the last one in as of right now. 15 laps to go. Can he hold on to 9th place? Chris Hyatt opening up a small lead right now. Jim Johnson to 2nd. Stephen Lindo is currently 3rd. Skylar Massey and Brian Mansfield. Michael Whiting is in 6th. Mikey Mixter is 7th. Thomas Rule III is in 8th. Jim Cook in 9th, opening up a little bit of a gap on Andrew Thornton. Meanwhile, the 17 of Chris Hyatt just continues to click away laps. He's trying to open up a little bit of a gap. The 39 car of Jim Johnson in 2nd. Stephen Lindo is 3rd. Skylar Massey 4th. Brian Mansfield is 5th. They are all single filed. Not a lot of battling going on up front, but Jim Cook back here in 9th. He's got a slew of cars gaining on him, including Justin Glover in the 25, who's picked up a couple of positions since that incident that brought the caution out. He's already starting to pick up some positions again, coming right to the back bumper of Doug Tyler Norton. Chris Hyatt still leading, not opening up much of a gap, just 0.2 of a second. Actually, it looks like Jim Johnson is picking the pace up. Here comes Jim Johnson looking to the outside. Jim Johnson right to the back bumper as soon as it looked like Hyatt had opened a gap. Here we are with 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go now. Jim Johnson came running back up to him. Stephen Lindo in 3rd, a little bit of a gap there now. Caution is out. Doug Norton is involved. Doug Norton to the inside there. Justin Glover comes around. They just tried to occupy the same real estate there. All right, Chris Hyatt still leading this thing. But the real battle going on right now is Jim Cook. He definitely did not want to see this caution here. He had a little bit of a gap over Andrew Thornton. He is the last car to race his way in. Chris Hyatt leading, just under 10 laps left to go when we restart. And it looks like the lights are out on the pace car. Single file restart here. As you can see, the middle of the track really starting to slick off. When we get into the 50-lap main event, that is really going to come into play, as the track will really slick off. Especially the low and middle lines. 3 and 4 obviously a lot slicker than 1 and 2 right now. Pace truck is in. Chris Hyatt will lead them down. Green flag is in the air. Chris Hyatt takes off. Jim Johnson stays with him. Stephen Lindo stays with him. Skylar Massey loses a little bit of ground. Back in 9th place, Jim Cook still right there on the bumble. Andrew Thornton trying to pick up any position he can. Chris Hyatt right there is about to have his hands full. Jim Johnson starting to look to the inside right before that caution came out. It was almost like Jim Johnson found another gear in a single gear car. He just came flying up from several tenths of a second back, right back to the back bumper. We'll see if he can get around Chris Hyatt though, as he starts looking to the inside on corner exit here. They're opening up a little bit of a gap over Stephen Lindeau. Skylar Massey and Brian Mansfield back there just staying single file. They know their positions are safe as long as they play it smart. 4 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line. Jim Cook in 9th, still in the bubble, but Andrew Thornton is right there, as is Justin Glover. Doug Tire Norton is back on track, a lap down. Caution is out. We'll see if we can see what happened here. And it looks like the 31 got together with Jim Cook there trying to get around him. Jim manages to keep it going straight. Justin Glover was caught in it. Looks like Jim Cook will hold on to 9th for the moment. He managed to get the car straightened out going forward again. Chris Hyatt in the lead, Jim Johnson in 2nd, Stephen Lindeau 3rd, Skylar Massey is 4th. Brian Mansfield is 5th, Michael Whiting is 6th, and Mikey Mixter 7th, Thomas Rule III is in 8th, Jim Cook on the bubble in 9th place. And now he'll have David Tormasci in 10th, Wayne Bridges in 11th, Justin Glover in 12th. Green flag is in the air. Chris Hyatt leads them down one more time with 2 laps to go. Jim Johnson to 2nd, Stephen Lindeau in 3rd, Skylar Massey 4th. The battle back here for 9th is where the action is going to be as Jim Cook tries to race his way in. He's currently in the bubble position. Final lap. Can Jim Cook hold on to 9th place? He's going to go for 8th. He's going to end up putting Thomas Rule the 3rd. Oh no! Jim Cook loses it coming off the turn. David Tormasci now on the bubble, in the bubble position, but he's got Wayne Bridges to the inside. Is it enough? No, Tormasci comes home 9th. Chris Hyatt pulls off the win. Jim Johnson 2nd. Stephen Lindeau is 3rd. Skylar Massey is 4th. And a great win by Chris Hyatt, taking the lead early, manages to work his way up towards the front. And let the celebration begin for Chris Hyatt. Let's see if we can talk to our winner here. Hey Chris, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, buddy. What's up?
Hey man, congratulations. Great win.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we spoke earlier. As long as I keep it clean, I knew I could get up front and get her done.
Well, you definitely did that. You managed to keep it clean around some really fast guys. So congratulations. You advanced to the championship race.
Yeah, let's see if we can keep it going in the championship race, man. Thanks.
All right, man. Best of luck. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again before the night's out.
Hey, and thanks for the broadcast too, man.
My pleasure. All right, let's see if we can get a hold of Jim Johnson here or Stephen Lindo. Neither of them appear to be available right now. Heartbreak of a night, though, for Jim Cook after having such good runs, just not managing to save it there at the end. He was going for 8th. He had a heck of a run tonight. And it looks like David Tormasci will be the last car to advance to the championship round. So Chris Hyatt, Jim Johnson, Stephen Lindo, Skylar Massey, Brian Mansfield, Michael Whiting, Mikey Mixter, Thomas Rule, and David Tormasci advance. They will join the 12 that start the top 12 from the first race in the feature event here in just a few moments. So I tell you what we are going to do while we are getting everything ready. We're going to step away for just a moment, get switched over to the championship race, and then we'll try and talk to some more drivers. Stick around, hit the share button while you're waiting, hit the snack bar as well. We'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, so we're back. We've got a few minutes before we go racing again, and I do not eat worms. And yes, Justin missed the transfer spot by one spot. Let's see, who have we not talked to yet tonight? We've got a few minutes before we hop into the race session. Let's see. It looks like Brian Mansfield is available. Let's see see what Brian's up to tonight. Hey, Brian, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
Hey, man. So how's it going tonight?
Well, the first race at 7 o'clock was pretty rough, but had a good race here in the second race. A lot of fun.
Well, you got a top 5 out of it. I know the first one was a bit on the rough side, but you're into the championship race. So, what are your expectations?
Just do the best I can, and put on as good a show as I can, and that's the goal of everybody. The track's gonna slick off pretty good, especially if we get a lot of green flag laps. Caution laps will count in this race, so if we get a lot of green flag laps, the track's gonna slick off from top to bottom, and then it's gonna get fun.
Now, I know in some cars you kind of like the slicked off track. Is this going to be one of those tracks that it helps you?
No, actually, Knoxville is one of my worst tracks. I have a hard time here when the track slicks off. I was just telling them earlier in practice that you would think being such a big, wide track wouldn't be an issue, wide open racing, but it's such flat turns that I tell you, Knoxville's a struggle.
It is for me too, so I completely understand. So, if not you, who is your pick to win?
Brian Burkhart had a good race earlier in the first race. Can't never count out Ryan Nesbitt. Great sprint car racer, a dirt car racer all around. You got Chris Standridge. This goes on and on. You just don't never know. This is gonna be a tough field of cars, Doug.
Well, Chris just said I eat worms, so he's not gonna win. All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully you get up there and get the win tonight, bud.
We're going to try and do our best to put on a good show for everybody.
All right, man. Good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you later tonight.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, let's see. Who else has become available? Oh, looks like Michael Whiting's available. Let's talk to Michael. Hey, Michael, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
I do.
Hey, man.
How are you, Doug?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Bit of a rough night, but you made it into the championship race.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not agreeing with this track here.
I'm hearing a lot of guys saying they like the track. It's either a love-hate relationship with this track, because Brian just said he's not good here and he doesn't really like it. But everybody's concern seems to be once it slicks off tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get upper and a lower groove, and then we'll get some decent racing in. But you never know.
And you're one of those that early on the fresh track, you're not the fastest, but once it slicks off, you tend to come to the front.
Yeah. I guess it really depends on the racetracks. I don't know about this one. We'll see. We're struggling tonight, but hey, we're still having a good time. That's what it's all about.
All right, man. Well, best of luck. Hopefully you'll survive and get up there to the front tonight.
Thank you very much, Doug. Appreciate it.
All right. Give us just a moment and we'll pull somebody else in to talk to. And while we have a few minutes and waiting for the next session, do want to give a shout out to Nick Frank. Thank you again. Give a shout out to this whole league. I know that I've said it a couple times, but I know this was an appreciation race for me, but really none of this would be possible without the Outlaws. So huge shout out to them. And want to remind you, go take a look at the website HTSAI.net. The link is in the description for the videos. And we are on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We stream live to Facebook and Twitch, and then the videos go to YouTube later in the evening. So definitely gives you a lot of different options to check everything out. We're also on Twitter. As soon as we go live, a Twitter thingy automatically goes out. I can't remember what those things are called. But one of those Twitter things goes out to let you know that we're going live, and so you don't miss out on anything. Also, before I forget, you can go to our YouTube channel and check out some of the enduro races from these guys in the last month or so. That is some of the funniest racing you'll ever see, and that is where Tom Land got his nickname of the Missile. He is definitely a weapon in the enduros, and it does make it extremely fun to watch. We've had some great finishes out of these guys, and definitely just some awesome racing. So go check those out on the YouTube page. A lot of great races out of these guys. All right, let's see here. Kevin Martin ran his way in the first race. Let's see if he is available. Hey, Kevin, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Kevin, this is Doug. You got me? I think Kevin may have run to the snack bar. Oh, there's Kevin. Kevin, you got me? Looks like we might be having mic issues.
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, this is my first time using Discord. My bad.
Oh, not a problem at all. Hey, we all got to learn at some point.
That's right.
So you raced your way in the first race. How are you going to do in the main event here tonight?
Man, if I get top 10, I'll be happy. These dudes are so fast, and that track slicked off so bad. I mean, that inside line was getting so slick.
Well, yeah, like you mentioned, 50 laps. If it stays green, it's going to be extremely slick out there. Do you prefer the slick, or or is that when you start struggling?
I don't like the slick here in Knoxville, but we'll do what we can do.
All right, and any chance of seeing you in Victory Circle tonight?
I highly doubt it. These dudes are super fast. Like I say, as long as I could get top 10, I will be perfectly happy. Not here to win it all, but if it happens, it happens.
All right, and I do have to ask, because I've been asking everybody else, if it stays green and if it's not you winning, who do you predict winning this one?
I gotta go with either Chris Standridge, Skylar Massey. It could go lots of ways, man. I mean, there's so many fast guys in here. I'm just lucky to be in here with them.
Hey man, you were within, I think it was within 100th of a second of the leaders in the practice for your heat. So I wouldn't count yourself short yet.
Well, I appreciate it. Hey, man, we appreciate everything you do for this league. We just greatly appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys as well. Good luck. Looks like the session is about to open, so go get some practice in, bud.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, that was Kevin Martin. He will be in the big event, and apparently there is more to come here in a few minutes. So while we are getting loaded in, I'm going to get prepared. Chris Standridge is calling it Brian Burkhart. So we will see how this plays out. But as we get set up and get ready to load in, while we've got a minute, go hit the snack bar one last time, get you some cold drinks and some warm food. Get ready for the main event here, 50 laps from Knoxville, and no telling what kind of craziness there is to come. Skylar Massey has $5 on himself finishing last, and I'd almost take that bet because I know he won't, but then he'd probably do it intentionally. All right, we had a brief glitch in the matrix, but we've got it. Everything seems to be hunky-dory, so welcome back to Knoxville for the How to Suck at iRacing 50 by the Outlaws United Racing League. Everybody in this session, 21 cars in this session. The first race, the top 12 cars advanced into the race. The second race, the top 9 advanced into the race. That brings us to our 21 car field. As you can see, they've got a little bit of qualifying left, which we will watch some of, and then they will do a 3-lap qualifying event. They'll have a short warm-up session where they have something special in mind for tonight. And then the 50-lap feature event, as you heard Brian Mansfield mention, that 50-lap feature, the caution laps will count. Now, we've seen it all throughout this night that normally these guys' caution laps do not count. Oh, Fancy. Eric Larson saying Fancy let him down. Fancy is, I believe, with his twins tonight. So, anyway, the 50-lap feature, the big concern is obviously the track slicking off. And I know we're going to see some of these guys really getting the extra practice in as these guys are getting a little dicey up here. The extra practice in as the track slicks off. That's the number one concern we've heard throughout the interviews before the race here, is that the track slicking off is where things will change dramatically. If it stays green, it's going to get very, very slick. Any caution laps, however, counting, that'll play into things as well. With caution laps counting, the track will not slick off as much. It'll still slick off even under caution, but it won't be as severe as the green flag laps. With 21 cars on the track, additionally, that means it is going to slick off a whole lot here tonight, and that's going to play into this as well. Any way you slice this, it could get very dicey out there. All right, the 21 cars that are going to be appearing tonight: Ryan Nesbitt, Brian Burkhart, Brian Mansfield, Chris Hyatt, Stephen Lindo, Patrick Coluccio, DJ Kinner, Corey Goodall, Michael Whiting, Drew Warren, Thomas Rule III, Derek Nearwood, Tom Land, Jonathan Orapollo, Kevin Martin, Chris Standridge, Wayne Bridges, Ben Flanagan, Skylar Massey, Mikey Mixter, and David Tormasci round out the field. And it was a late incident that allowed David Tormasci to get in. He was on the bubble there at the end of the second race. Just pulled it off. Congratulations to him. He was the last car to get qualified in here. Chris Hyatt winning the second race, got himself in quite easily, and here he goes as he got together, I believe that was with Michael Whiting. Yep. Now, they will reset the track to a zero state before the feature event. However, as we mentioned, it'll slick off. They've only been going for about 3 minutes. Let's see if I can see a lap count on any of these guys. I cannot, but I can tell you that they don't have that many laps out there, and the track is already slicking off. Right now, currently the fastest car is the 74 of Ryan Nesbitt. Brian Burkhart, second fastest. Brian Mansfield, third. So the Brian and Brian show up at the front. Chris Hyatt, fourth fastest. Stephen Lindo is fifth fastest. And we're going to see. Let's see if we can get a hold of Jonathan Orapollo. Hey, Jonathan, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? He is out on track, so he may not be able to respond at the moment. We'll give him a minute. Hey, Jonathan, this is Doug. You got me? All right, well, we cannot get a hold of Jonathan at the moment. We'll see if we can talk to him here in a little bit, though. And Corey Goodall is out there. He's been having a pretty strong night as well. Let's see if we can get a hold of Corey. Hey, Corey, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Corey, this is Doug. You got me? looks like Corey is okay. 2 for 2 here. We'll try and talk to those two guys here in just a bit. We'll see if here in a moment we can get a hold of Thomas Rule, and he was one that struggled in his second race as well. Just managed to make it in, but a rough race for him. We'll see what he's how he's feeling about the upcoming race here in just a moment. All right, Eric, it took me a minute, and I just realized the joke there. Fancy let us down. That was his one chance, too, wasn't it? Sorry, my mind is on what kind of shenanigans Chris Standard still has in store. So, all right, let's see if we can talk to Thomas Rule and see how he's doing. Hey, Thomas, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Got you.
Hey, man, you had a rough time getting into the race tonight, but you managed to sneak through at the end of the second race. What are your chances here tonight?
Happy to be here. Happy to make it. I haven't raced with these guys in a while, so it's nice to rekindle some old friendships and just hopefully survive the night.
All right, well, you've been extremely consistent all night. Just a lot of bad luck. If you can stay out of bad luck, can you get up to the front?
Hopefully, I can run up front with those guys. It seems like I can keep up with them.
Yeah, you've definitely been pretty fast here tonight. You're in the top 10 in speed right now, and you are not that far off the leader's pace. The pace is extremely close at the end. Yeah, you're rolling. Well, hopefully we get to see you up front before the night's out, bud.
And hopefully, have a good night.
All right, man, you too. Hope that wasn't my fault. But that's why we talk to him in practice and don't pull him out under green flag during a race. All right, currently Ryan Nesbitt is still the fastest. As I mentioned, Thomas Rule, he is currently 11th fastest, but the speed gap is less. It is just over a tenth of a second a lap difference between 11th place. In fact, 12. He is 0.18 seconds behind the leader in speed. Derek Nearhood is 0.22 in 12th. So that tells you how close. Just 0.2 of a second. Actually, just 0.3 of a second split the entire field. The entire field from Ryan Nesbitt back to Mikey Mixter, just 0.3 of a second difference in the speed charts right now. This is definitely going to be a close battle and a wild race here tonight. Jonathan Orapollo is off track at the moment. Let me try and get a hold of him again. Hey, Jonathan, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. It's been a kind of exciting night for you, but you definitely showing you got some speed here tonight.
Yeah. Second race with the league, and happy to be here.
And I got to say, for your second race and being new to the league, you have definitely been showing some guys how it's done out here. You've been extremely fast every week.
Went from joined the league for the modifieds, but with daughter's softball practice, I've been running a lot of the 305s with them.
Well, awesome. You think you can get up here and win it tonight?
I'm gonna try. Just not gonna try. Not gonna try too hard. Don't want to step on any toes being new.
All right, man. Well, best of luck, and hopefully you get up there and get the W tonight.
Roger, give it a show.
All right, that was newcomer Jonathan Orapollo being quite humble considering his last couple of races. He has really put on a show. As he mentioned, he usually is in the mods, but he's been doing more of the winged sprints in the last couple of weeks, and definitely showing he can run with anybody on just about anything on dirt so far. All right, just a little bit of time left in practice. We'll let you guys watch for a few moments. Wayne Bridges showing an interesting way to get off pit road there. And Skylar Massey trying to help him, but unsuccessful on that one.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Doug, can you hear me? This is Chris down in the pits.
Yes, Chris, I got you.
Hey, how many F-bombs can I drop before we can talk?
0.
Will the FCC block us?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I've picked up a few over time, but never tested the theory.
Gotta warn you, we are planning to have a night down the road here that we're going to call Accidentally Inappropriate Sponsor Night. So
That'll be exciting.
That'll be exciting. That'll be just a heads up on it.
Well, that one is definitely one everybody will look forward to.
You may have to be careful on a couple. Now, I mean, it's not like anybody would take, a male part and put a mullet on it and drive around with it or anything.
No, Nick Frank would never do a thing like that.
Hey, so I just want to take a moment and talk to you, and you keep accusing me all night of having surprises and doing horrible things, and I got to tell you, I'm not. Okay, tonight I'm genuinely going to be nice. Everything's good. I do want to tell you what's going on tonight, though. For about 3 weeks ago, I want to say, maybe 4 weeks ago, some of the guys were on and just like, you know what? Doug Burns makes us look really good. He just makes the racing so exciting. He makes it so interesting. Whatever he's charging us, it is not enough. And so, I was telling them, like, you know what? We need to have a night just for Doug Burns. We need to have a tribute to Doug Burns night. So we decided we wanted to do that tonight. We wanted to kind of keep it a secret from you. We knew we couldn't keep it an absolute secret, so we called it a How to Suck at iRacing night, which is a tribute to our fans. But we wanted to make sure that Doug Burns knows how much the United Outlaw Racing League just absolutely loves having you with us. And we know that you don't charge us enough. So what we did tonight is we took up a collection. And I know that you would never want us to do that, but we did it anyway. And we know that you've spent money on us, like buying a chip to make your computer better. We know you've made donations to our causes and what have you. So we wanted to kind of pay you back for it. And we did collect. It ended up not being a round amount. It was north of $300, but Drew, he donated in Canadian dollars, so it threw off our nice round number. But we just wanted to let you know how much you mean to us and how much fun you've made our racing every week. And so we took up a collection for you to spend however you want, to do what you want. If you want to donate it to one of the many causes you help, that would be great. if you want to take your wife out to dinner one night, that'd be great. Whatever you want, man. And tonight's 4 White salute is to Doug Burns.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. And you have no idea how hard it is, man, to keep this a secret. We were like, hey guys, don't tell Doug, it's a secret. What secret?
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have no idea how much it means.
Oh yeah, man, that's great. It's amazing. I'm just gonna steal the microphone from you for just a moment, though. It's like iRacing. It's amazing what it does. You know, people think it's just a video game, but I can tell you, I've had nights where people will tell me that it has helped their lives. They tell me they've fought depression. They have gone through so much, and being a part of a league has really made their lives better. And let me tell you, they've told me many times that being on, How to Suck at iRacing, being on this broadcast, having Doug talk about them on the races and getting their families to see it has really made a big difference in their lives. So it may seem like a kind of trivial thing at times, but man, it has made a big difference.
I'm gonna have to catch my breath before the race. I'm really quite speechless.
I got you some oxygen. Jesus. I'll go get you some instant coffee.
I haven't even opened the instant coffee yet, but I might have to smell it just to shock my system.
Well, hey, it's got to be good. It's organic.
So they say, right?
Yeah, I decided to come in early because I wanted to come do this, and then I wanted to go be a part of the 4 White salute. So again, from all of us at United Outlaw Racing, we appreciate you, and this 4 White salute is for you and for all the fans out there who come and watch us. We appreciate all of you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris.
Sure thing, Doug.
Thank you, everybody. You know, these guys were some of the first ones I got to broadcast, and I really wouldn't be as far and have as much notoriety as that. I can't think of the right word for it because it's not like I'm famous, but it wouldn't be anything without these guys. And all you fans, thank you. Thank you guys. That really means more than you could say, or than I could say. It means more than I can say right now. But you guys are awesome. Thank you to all the Outlaws and Mayhem, and to the everybody who tunes in every week and follows and shares and subscribes and everything. That you guys are awesome. All right. Qualifying, it looks like just about everybody's qualified. Michael Whiting, Brian Mansfield. It looked like they are the last two to get out. Looks like Chris Standards has not turned a qualifying lap yet. Oh, he has to start tail end of the field. Okay, so Chris Standards and Ryan Nesbitt do have to start tail end of the field tonight due to their success last week. Part of the league rules, so everybody else looks like they have finished qualifying. Right now, it looks like Michael Whiting will be on the pole, then Brian Burkhart, Thomas Rule, Brian Mansfield, Patrick Coluccio round out the top five. We will go through the whole lineup once they get lined up for the green flag. Yep, thank you guys. It's the first time I've been speechless in a broadcast. Yeah, except for a very humorous one last night when I was just trying to keep my composure from falling out of my chair laughing. And we seriously, I couldn't do this without these guys. We wouldn't be as big and growing like we are, and all the new stuff we've been able to do, and it helps the leagues and it helps me, and it's a mutually beneficial situation. But it's great, and I just can't say enough good about these guys. And I will go back and thank everybody on Facebook after and all the comments. I'll try and respond to them all later. I obviously caught a bit off guard by this, so. So I know I missed all the different names, and everybody, thank you all so much. And as they do this four wide salute, which is extremely awesome, including my face on a few cars, which is just hilarious. Wow, thank you guys. That's probably one of the most awesome things ever. Try and get a look at everybody here. And my head on some of these cars. And of course, Derek Nearhood's mullet. There's his mullet. And me having hair for the first time in 30 years, too. You guys, this couldn't be done without all these leagues and all these fans and everybody that watches every night. And, man, you guys were great. So thank you. You guys are amazing. This has got to be one of the coolest things ever. And thanks to Skylar Massey, I know he did all these paint schemes. So as funny and as hilarious as this is, I really do appreciate it. It really means a lot. And as you see, my wife chimed in. I was completely humbled. And my daughter and her husband are crying too. This is amazing. Huge shout out to all the Outlaws in the Mayhem League. You guys are just amazing. And huge shout out to all of you guys that come in here and watch every week. All these leagues bring in more fans for the other leagues, and it is always awesome. And I'm glad I could be a part of it and have all these friendships. You guys are just great bunch of guys. I know I've talked about how these guys help newcomers out a lot and all the charity stuff they do. At the end of the day, it just shows they are one of the greatest groups of one of the great leagues out there. So send it, boys. All right. I know that they are not going to do the full warm-up. I believe the plan was to do this, get a few more minutes of warm-up. Here we go. It is time to go racing for the How to Suck at iRacing 50 Championship race. 50 laps around Knoxville. Here we go. Here is your lineup. Michael Whiting, Brian Burkhart on the front row, Thomas Rule and Brian Mansfield in the second row, Patrick Coluccio, DJ Kenner, Stephen Lindo, Tom Missile-Land, Jonathan Orapollo, and Drew Warren round out your top 10. Then Skylar Massey and Ben Flanagan, 11th and 12th. 13th is Ryan Nesbitt. Wayne Bridges is 14th. 15th is Derek Nearhood. 16th is Kevin Martin. Chris Hyatt is 17th. Corey Goodall is 18th. 19th is David Tormasci. 20th is Mikey Mixter. And 21st is Chris Standridge. And considering, the first few weeks, the way I butchered some of those names, the fact that they did this was... wow. What a night. Thank you, guys. All right. Enough of that. It is time to go green flag racing. Remember, caution laps will count this time. So 50 laps, win, lose, or draw, they are... track slicking off will come into play. A lot of different things are going to come into play here, and obviously 21 cars on the track. We saw 24 in the first race, and things got a little dicey, but for 24 cars on the track, they did a really good job around this just over half-mile track. As the fireworks go off and they prepare to go racing at night here at Knoxville. Green flag is in the air. Michael Whiting on the inside. Brian Burkhart to the outside. Got a little bit of a good run going into turn one, but Michael Whiting came back, and now they are side by side coming off turn two. Burkhart to the lead, but Michael Whiting is not done with him yet. as they come around to complete the first lap, and it's a mess back in the pack. Finally starting to settle down back here as Chris Hyatt gets up onto the berm. He gets stuck. No caution yet. Looks like he was high enough off the race surface to not bring out the caution, so he is going a lap down now, trying to get up to speed and stay out in front of the leaders. No, he gets into Michael Whiting. Michael Whiting is up off the track. Michael Whiting trying to come back down. He's going to fall back in 10th. That's going to give the lead to Brian Burkhart with Brian Mansfield right back there. The 17 of Chris Hyatt a lap down now, right behind the leader. Meanwhile, it is getting a lot more wild back in the pack. Oh! Looked like Tom Land just hit the wall. Caution is out. No, that might have been Derek Nearhood, but yes. Derek Nearhood comes up off of turn 2 and rides up the wall, ends up down to the inside. Now Chris Hyatt might get the opportunity to get his lap back here if he was close to the lead or in front of the leaders, or he may get waved around here. We'll have to wait and see. Michael Whiting has recovered back to 10th. And it's currently showing Chris Hyatt on the lead lap. We'll have to wait a moment and see if he gets waved around the pace car. Meanwhile, Brian Burkhart is in the lead. Brian Mansfield is second. Third is Patrick Coluccio. Thomas Rule, the third, is back to fourth. Stephen Lindo is fifth. Jonathan Oropalo, Drew Warren, Tom the Missile Land, Skylar Massey, and Michael Whiting round out the top 10. So far, the biggest movers, Mikey Mixter started in 20th. He is up to 14th. Chris Standridge started in 21st. He is now up to 15th. Chris Hyatt is still showing a lap down. Does not look like he got the wave around. All right, they are lining back up side by side as they come out of turn 2. This is going to get messy. They had some close calls mid-pack throughout those first couple of laps. Remember, caution laps are counting this time, so that's going to come into play. That'll keep that track fresh just a couple of laps longer here. Pace truck is in. Brian Mansfield and Brian Burkhart going to lead them down. Green flag in the air. Here they go. And Brian leaning on each other. Burkhart to the lead. Mansfield in second is about to have his hands full. Here comes Patrick Coluccio and Stephen Lindo. Thomas Rule drifts back a couple of spots here. Too wide all the way back through the middle of the pack. Corey Goodall back there in the 333 is starting to pick up positions. He started in 18th. He is now up to 11th. And let's take a look from his position. You can see what things look like. Caution is out. And it looks like Mikey Mixter was involved this time in the 77. And it looks like Wayne Bridges just drifted up, caught enough of him, put him in the wall, and another car came around. I do believe David Tormasci might have been the other car involved in that incident. Mikey Mixter now showing a couple laps down on pit road. Chris Hyatt still showing one lap down as well. We'll see if he gets waved around. Brian Burkhart trying to race the pace truck. Telling the pace truck go a little bit faster. Chris Hyatt is getting waved around. We'll see if Mikey Mixter can get back out, if he can get back to the lead lap. Mikey Mixter still on pit road. Continues to be the Brian and Brian show up front. Michael Whiting, after the early incident with the lap car, he is still back in 10th spot. All right, Pace Truck is back on the pit road. Brian Burkhart, Brian Mansfield leading them down one more time. Green flag in the air, here they go. Brian Burkhart jumps out to the lead again. Patrick Coluccio now looking for second. He gets a little squirrely coming through there. That's going to allow Stephen Lindo to catch back up. Stephen Lindo side by side. Coluccio not giving up yet though. And Corey Goodall continues to storm up through the field. He is now up to 10th. And Corey Goodall and Michael Whiting get together, and there's a wreck right in front of them. Caution is out again. Several cars involved. Let's see if we can see what exactly happened here. And look like everything happened right in front of the 75, and several cars involved in that. I believe that was Stephen Lindo involved in that. Let's try and take another look real quick. Looked like Coluccio just drifted up into the side of Lindo, and that's what started the pile up on the back straightaway. A lot of cars involved. Tom Land, Corey Goodall, Chris Standridge, DJ Kenner was involved. Kevin Martin was caught up in that. A lot of cars have come to pit road for repairs. It looks like Kevin Martin came to pit road. Stephen Lindo came to pit road. Ben Flanagan was caught in it as well. DJ Kenner came to pit road. Wayne Bridges was on pit road. Kevin Martin. All right, and that does shake up the front because Patrick was racing up front with him. So now the front is Brian Burkhart, Brian Mansfield, Patrick Coluccio. Drew Warren is now up to 4th. Jonathan Oropalo now up to 5th. Skylar Massey to 6th. Chris Standridge came out way ahead on that. After starting 21st, he is now up to 7th. Ryan Nesbitt is up to 8th. Michael Whiting is in 9th. Chris Hyatt has managed to recover some of his positions. He is hopped back up to 10th. What a wild start to this one. Pace car is in, and the Bryans lead them down into turn number 1. And here comes Coluccio looking back to the inside. Drew Warren right there with them now. And now they've got Jonathan Oropalo, Skylar Massey, and Chris Standridge up here in the front. Chris taking the high line early. They are sending it down through the turns here. Brian Burkhart is starting to open up a little bit of a lead on Mansfield. And here comes the 35. Drew Warren started in 10th. He's up to 5th and battling to pick up some more positions, but he has got Skylar Massey and Ryan Nesbitt right in the mirror. Chris Standridge battling with these guys as well. It's getting wild mid-pack. And there is Derek Nearhood involved in that incident. He is back out there. Let's try and take a ride with Derek this time. And you can see it is packed. There is not a lot of room. As the track slicks off, there's going to be even less. And he's got a mess of cars 3 wide right in front of him. as Chris Hyatt still continues trying to recover. He is battling his way past Chris Standridge. Chris Standridge drifts back to 9th. Chris Hyatt is up to 8th. Brian Burkhart still leading. Mansfield in 2nd. Coluccio to 3rd. Orapollo is in 4th. Ryan Nesbitt, after starting 13th, is in 5th. But Drew Warren is coming for 5th now. 26 laps to go. They're 3 wide right behind him. Chris Standridge is sending it in there. He is going to the bottom line. 17 gets up into Skylar Massey. Chris Standridge sneaks by. They get it squared away, but Chris Standridge picks up a couple of positions on that exchange. Michael Whiting, and caution is out. DJ Kenner is involved this time. And it looks like that incident started with the 17 again. I have to see if we can find another angle on that one. Well, that was him going to pit road, so we'll look and see as we go back live. We'll look and see if we can find where this started at. Let's see. And there it was. The 17 got together. And that is where it all started. And a rough start to this one. Brian Burkhart was starting to open up a bit of a lead over Brian Mansfield. That brought everybody back together. Remember, caution laps are counting. These cautions definitely keeping the track a little bit fresher, a little bit longer, but a lot of carnage out there in this one. 21 cars on this track. Even though this track is big and wide, when you get to running hard, you run out of room very, very quickly. Pace truck is in single file restart this time. You know Burkhart is loving that. Here we go. Green flag in the air. 22 laps to go as they cross the line. Burkhart and Mansfield get a good jump. Coluccio loses the pack right off the bat, but he is going to try and catch back up. Jonathan Orapollo and Ryan Nesbitt now back there. Michael Whiting continues to try and recover. He is up to 9th. Chris Standridge has lost quite a few positions. Not sure what happened with Chris, but he is now way back in the field in 16th. What a wild start to this one. 20 laps to go. I shouldn't say the start, but it has been a wild race so far. Jonathan Orapollo working his way through the field now, as Ryan Nesbitt picks up 4th from Orapollo. And DJ Kenner, or I'm sorry, Drew Warren in the 35 down to the inside. Looked like he had a run, but couldn't get it there. Meanwhile, Brian Burkhart continues to open up a lead, and now he's about to lap Wayne Bridges again. Wayne Bridges currently being scored a lap down. $18 laps to go. 17 now. Brian Mansfield in 2nd. They've got a bit of a gap over Patrick Coluccio. The battle going on back here is, I believe that was Tom Land that went all the way out to the wall as Skylar Massey comes by. Skylar Massey and Tom Land side by side. Looks like Skylar has the advantage down on the inside. Tom Land slings it up to the high side, though, carries some momentum off. Drew Warren still trying to work through the field, and it looks like David Tormasci has crashed. Let's see what happened to David. He's back there battling with Corey Goodall. Looked like he just got up a little too high, got loose up into the wall. Ryan Nesbitt continues to march his way forward. He is trying to get around Patrick Coluccio now. Wayne Bridges went way low there. Ryan Nesbitt now up to third, trying to run down Brian and Brian. He's actually making up some time on both of them, but will he have enough time left with 13 laps to go? Almost 2 seconds behind the leader, 0.6 of a second behind second place Brian Mansfield, but he is coming to the front quickly. Jonathan Orapollo, the newcomer, putting on a heck of a show again tonight, up into fifth. And Drew Warren is right on the back bumper of Orapollo. As the 96 of Skylar Massey is working his way forward after starting 11th, he is up to 7th, and he is right there just looking for a way around these two. Gets down to the inside of Drew Warren. They're 3 wide coming off the turn down the front straightaway. Drew Warren gets into Orapollo. They manage to keep him going straight. No caution. Orapollo is slow up in turn 2. Brian Mansfield now has to deal with Ryan Nesbitt. I don't think he'll be able to hold him off. Ryan Nesbitt is charging towards the front here. 9 laps to go. Ryan Nesbitt has to make up 1.6 seconds in 9 laps. Brian Burkhart way out in front, but will he be for long? 8 laps to go. Skylar Massey now up into 4th. Brian Mansfield back into 3rd. Michael Whiting, after that early incident, he is 3 wide back here. Iron Man to the inside. Corey Goodall to the outside. They are so close. Michael Whiting still trying to recover. He is back to 12th now. Burkhart still in the lead. 6 laps to go. The gap is now 1.4 seconds from second place Ryan Nesbitt to the leader. Caution is out. Let's see if this came from this. And Drew Warren and Tom Land get together. The missile goes spinning. Drew Warren goes up, manages to recover it, but Tom Land ends up getting turned around. And you had to know something like that was going to happen. They were racing each other extremely hard. These guys will race each other hard, but clean, and just a really bad run. Mikey Mixter says he has his angry face on. And thank you, buddy. And he is cheering on Skylar Massey for the win. Now that they're packed back up, Skylar Massey is back in this thing, as is Patrick Coluccio. But can anybody touch Ryan Nesbitt? Will Brian Burkhart be able to hold Nesbitt off with 4 laps to go? It's going to be a close one. And any incident in the front, there are still 16 cars on the lead lap. Any incident at the front could impact everybody behind him. Thomas ruled now 2 laps down. Wayne Bridges 4, Tormasci 9, and Chris Hyatt looks like he is out of this, as well as Mikey. Unfortunate end to a great run for a lot of guys here tonight, but they're definitely putting on one heck of a show for us. And if you like this, don't forget to tune in for the broadcast tomorrow night, 7:20 Eastern for XCal. And this same group of guys will be back Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern for the Mayhem Xfinity League and the Outlaw Dirt Variety League. You can find all the schedules when these guys race on HTSAI.net. Pace truck is in. Burkhart's going to lead him down. Ryan Nesbitt right there on the back bumper. Burkhart gets a good jump. 2 laps to go. Nesbitt dives down to the inside into turn 1. Nesbitt takes the lead right off the restart. Burkhart fighting back. Right behind him, Brian Mansfield and Skylar Massey are duking it out side by side. Nesbitt gets a run into the turn. Burkhart gets a run off the turn. White flag is in the air. There will be no caution. Here they come. 1 and 2 there, side by side. The 18 comes down. Ryan Nesbitt holds on to it. Ryan Nesbitt gets the car all the way out in front. He went full send, does it. And here comes Burkhart trying to pull a crossover move. It is Nesbitt at the line by a nose. 3/100ths of a second for Ryan Nesbitt. Brian Burkhart comes home second. Skylar Massey battling with Brian Mansfield comes home third. Brian Mansfield comes home fourth. Patrick Coluccio comes home fifth. Stephen Lindo, Kevin Martin, Drew Warren, Corey Goodall, Derek Nearhood round out your top 10. Tom Land finishes 11th. Chris Standridge 12th. Michael Whiting couldn't recover. He comes home in 13th. Ben Flanagan is 14th. 15th is Jonathan Oropalo, DJ Kenner, Thomas Rule, Wayne Bridges, David Tormasci, Chris Hyatt, and Mikey Mixter rounding out this field. And now they will celebrate the only way the Outlaws know how. What a finish. The question now is, could Ryan Nesbitt have ran down Brian Burkhart if that had stayed green? He was coming for sure, but there was a 1.4. Oh, Nesbitt is upside down, and it looks like he is done. His engine has blown. All right, let's see if we can talk to some of the top 3. Ryan Nesbitt, Skylar Massey, and Brian Burkhart. Let's see here. Let's see if we can pull in Skylar real quick. Hey, Skylar, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, Doug?
Hey, man, congratulations on a hard-fought third place. You guys got a little wild there on that restart.
Yeah, none of us up front wanted to see that last caution there at the end. We all were running a really good race. Yeah, that last restart going into 1, I mean, I had a run on Ryan. I had to check up. And then coming out of it, I hit the slick, and me and Mansfield got tangled up. But thankfully, we both saved it and had a really good finish tonight.
That was one heck of a finish and a hard-fought third place. Congratulations, buddy.
I appreciate it, Doug, and thanks again for everything you do, man. Hope that tonight was a surprise, but
it definitely was, man. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good one, buddy.
You too. All right, and we do have our winner, Ryan Nesbitt, is now with us. Congratulations, Ryan.
Oh, thanks, Doug.
3/100ths of a second. That was the gap at the line.
Oh, I knew it was close. Brian, he's so hard to beat. I mean, he's always on his A game, and for some reason he gave me the bottom there, and I just tried to do everything I could with it, but it was an awesome finish.
Yeah, that was a great, and you got him right off the restart, which was truly impressive. It looked like he had the better jump on the restart, and you just managed to get the run down to the bottom.
Yeah, we were messing around in practice a little bit, and he was really good on the bottom too. So coming on that restart, I'm like, he's definitely going to go to the bottom, And then he gave me it, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I hurried up and jumped on it as fast as I could.
Well, congratulations, man. That was a heck of a win and a heck of a show, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. Hey, we really appreciate everything you do for us, and this one's for you, man.
All right, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. All right, and we've got Brian Mansfield with us as well. Congratulations, Brian. 4th place, but it could have been anywhere in the top 4 tonight. I mean, you were just right there at the end.
Yeah, it was a good race. Kept my nose clean, and track started slicking off a lot there at the end. And I don't run good on slick tracks, and didn't really trust getting down in the bottom. And congratulations to Ryan on the win, but tonight's about you, Doug. We appreciate everything you do, bud.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys. None of this would happen literally without you guys, your league. So I really appreciate everything. You have no idea how much.
Well, we appreciate everything, like you said, you do, and we had a lot of fun tonight. Hope we put on a good show, and came out of here with a top 5, finished 4th, and out of this field of drivers, I'll take it any day.
All right, man. Congratulations. Great run tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, Stephen Lindo has joined us. Stephen, you came home 6th tonight.
Yeah, I was surprised. I started good, then got caught up in something. It put me all the way to the back. I'm surprised. I didn't expect to make it back into the top 10, and I ended up making 6th, which was real good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you were way back in like 15th on the second to last restart and came through quite a few cars to get up to the front.
Yeah, Derek was giving me crap about it, saying I tied an anchor to the back of his car after I passed him.
Well, whatever works, right?
Hey, you got to get it done somehow.
Well, man, that was a heck of a run from the back to the front. You had a great night overall, and even getting caught up in the issues, it seemed like just about every time there was trouble, you were right by it.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it's part of racing. It happens. I'm not too worried about it. It's fun to just race with everyone in here, and that it is great racing like that.
Well, congratulations, man. Still, it was a great run, and look forward to next week.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I don't even know how to respond to that one.
Derek bet me to come in here and do it, so I had to do it.
Well, thank you, Derek. That was hilarious, man.
I bet him to come in and do the Kyle Busch.
But again, thanks, Doug, for everything you do.
Oh, man, my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
You guys have a good one.
All right. And Derek, congratulations to you. 8th place finish. And like Steven, you were caught in just about everything. Derek, you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, I was saying, just like Steven, you were caught in just about everything tonight, weren't you?
Yeah. I got caught up in quite a bit, but I actually somehow ended up working my way back to top 10. Me and Corey had a heck of a battle with the last 2 or 3 laps, and he actually got me. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure Steven tied a anchor to the back of my car when he came up on me on that one restart, because I just went backwards after that.
Yeah, he mentioned that. Yeah, you were definitely up there battling. It looked like you were going to come to the front at one point, but still a heck of a finish, all things considered.
Thanks. From the start, it felt really, really fast, and I thought I was going to do good. And then, typical me, I put the right rear tire into the wall and wrecked myself. So that started the mayhem.
Well, you managed to recover quite well, so congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Doug, and thanks for all you do. I'm glad we could do this stuff tonight for you, because you definitely deserve it, and we all really enjoy going back and watching the races. I know I can't watch them normally during the race because I get too confused on what's going on, but I always try to go back and watch them the next day, so we really appreciate what you do.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys, too. And Drew Warren has also joined us. What up, Drew?
Hey, Doug. How's it going?
Man, good. Bit of a rough night for you as well.
It was pretty good running for most of it. Got to the later laps there, slicked up, and I got clipped there once about mid-race, and again right at the end, my steering was a bit messed up, but I was running 6th right up until the last lap, and Steve and Kevin just inched me out at the finish line, but top 10, finished 8th, so I'm pretty happy with that, with this selection of guys out here.
Well, you definitely have been putting on a show here lately. You've been extremely fast. I was surprised to not see you in the top 2 or 3 all night with Skylar and Brian and Ryan.
Yeah, no, it was these guys are exceptional drivers, and the cars with these full fuel tanks, they were a handful compared to the earlier races. But again, thanks for everything you do, Doug. Love watching the replays of this the next day, and keep up the good work.
Hey, and since you're a Canadian, I'll leave you with this. That's what I appreciate about you.
Love it.
It looks like Kevin Martin also joined us in the boat. I can't talk now. Hey, Kevin.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man. You definitely had one of the rougher nights tonight.
Yeah, but we pulled out that top 10 like I was wanting. 16th to 7th. I'll take it.
Yeah, and I got to ask, there was that one big wreck, and it looked like you were the only car in that group that was not caught in that.
I got caught up in one. I had to pit, and luckily we had the quick repairs. And I got back out there and worked my way back up to battle with Drew and Steve, and had a little battle with Tom there. That was an awesome race.
That definitely was an awesome race, and you guys put on a heck of a show. And congratulations for working your way up so far tonight. That definitely a great run.
Hey man, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, and I just will say appreciate everything, man.
All
It's
right.
awesome.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you guys too.
Yeah, man. You have a good night.
All right, you too, buddy. All right. Well, I have literally no words left to say except to say a huge thank you to the Outlaw guys. That tonight has meant more than they'll ever know. So, from everybody here at HTSAI, all the Outlaw guys, don't forget to tune in tomorrow, Wednesday night, for some more great broadcasting around 7:20 to 7:30 Eastern, depending on which night you're watching. Tomorrow night, 7:20. Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern. And, yeah, you can tune in during the day and watch some streams that are me being terrible at iRacing. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to everybody at Outlaw. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody has a great night.